All right, we live.
We live. We in this thing.
It's your homeboy DJ Jig Tight.
It's your boy Rob.
This is what we know.
Yeah.
All right, we in this piece, man.
We in this thing.
You know we have to put it in there.
What we at? 23. Episode 23.
Episode 23. I didn't put that shit on there, but I'll put it on there later on. I will put it on there later on.
At this point, we're gonna lose count.
Hell yeah. Now we always gonna be good with it. We always gonna be good with it. I'd like to welcome everybody to the What We Know show, or What We Know podcast. DJ Jig Tight and your homeboy Robert. Man, we got a good show for you guys tonight. Hopefully it'll be a great conversation. Hopefully it doesn't derail. Because if you've seen the title, why are Western women so out of control? Why?
Fuck around with y'all.
Why are we witnessing so much debauchery in this doggone Western world right now? We'll be talking about that. We got a couple of videos that we're going to be showing. Then we're going to be having some discussions. We also are going to be having people to be able to come in and call in on the show in a little bit. I'm not going to drop that link yet. Matter of fact, did I even put this on here? Matter of fact, let me put this right here. Go there. All right. But we definitely, it's going to be a call-in show also. But in the meantime, make sure when you come into this house that you are witnessing, that you hit that like for the video. You also subscribe if you have not done so, and also hit the bell so you can get notifications for when we do go live and when we do upload videos.
Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram, What We Know Podcast. What We Know _ podcast, and follow me on Thankful _ Robert.
And then you follow me on DJ _ Jig Tight. That's JIGTYTE. Give me your other one to follow too, Rob.
Oh yeah. So sports podcast is on the way. I would say for sure August. I want to make sure I launch it before the season, so I can give my reviews on the NFL teams, what I think, how they're gonna do, give my predictions and all that good stuff. So you can follow my sports podcast Instagram right now. I got that thing up and running at Sports Talk with Rob, and yeah, man, we trying to do different things where we're gonna spend not just this channel, other things. We trying to get really deep in this social media game, YouTube game.
You can also follow me on DJ Jig Tight on Yahoo, not Yahoo, goddamn, on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna be changing it to. I think I'm gonna make that channel the hip hop channel. So Rob's gonna be having the sports channel. I have the hip hop channel. We also gonna be this is gonna be pretty much our live channel. We may have another channel for the videos, but right now, just subscribe to here, DJ Jig Tight, and sports. What is it?
Sports Talk with Rob.
Sports Talk with Rob. Yeah, when he go out there, it's gonna be cool until he start talking about Magic Johnson and Kyrie. That's gonna be some.
Yeah, you got the wrong nigga.
Yeah, I do got the wrong nigga. Who was it?
Y'all just stay tuned.
That's gonna be interesting, but I think it's gonna be an interesting hookup.
I ain't gonna tell y'all when. It's gonna just happen when it happens.
Yeah. So he already started on the IG, so you go out there and check out my man's his videos, his shorts on his IG, and man, you can follow us also. Again, did you already tell him about the What We Know podcast? Okay, on IG. We definitely gonna have that. And you can also on TikTok. I haven't even told people that you can go on DJ underscore jig tight on TikTok also. You can see some of my crazy ass videos that I did. Some of them was during the COVID pandemic. Then I got some shorts that I have on there also. But yeah, man, it's definitely going down. This weekend, we've really witnessed, not this weekend, but this week, man. We really witnessed a lot of crazy stuff that was going on.
Yeah,
that's been going on.
Yeah, a lot of fuckery.
Whole bunch of it, man. But one of the things I do want to talk about is the behavior and or misbehavior of a lot of these women. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the senator of Rhode Island. What's her name? Tierra Mack.
Tierra Mack.
And
Smack.
Yeah, and a lot of
I like that.
I think I'm not as tripped out about what she has what she was doing, twerking and all that. I'm tripped out about some of these comments and how people are trying to really have her back. And it's crazy. Even when you have other politicians that's trying to do the same thing, when it is definitely when you see what she's done and being in a leadership position, a political position, and she's supposed to be representing her family. She's supposed to be representing her culture, I guess, probably women, and specifically Black women. She's, she represents this LGBT community, which if I was in the LGBT community, I probably would be just as appalled that she's representing them in that such of a manner. But before we go into that, it's also, we're going to be talking about, and this is the first one we're going to be talking about, is the incident that happened in New York with the young ladies tow up the damn restaurant because
ratchet asses.
According to what the news is saying, some condiments.
Some damn sauce.
Some sauce. That's what they were tearing it up for, some sauce.
So deep in the sauce.
And is one of the things I'm having a problem with is that they're getting away with this stuff, man. They're actually getting away with this. I'm not understanding how when they go to court, they're not immediately arrested. Even when you see them in the courtroom, they act like they're not even apologetic or anything, and they're not, and they shouldn't even act apologetic. But the law should be able to handle that way more stronger than what it has been handled in.
Yep. There's always some bullshit that's gonna always set us back. And this shit right here,
I don't know if it's gonna be setting me back.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Every time we want to speak up and fucking speak up for each other and do this pro-Black shit, some bullshit just like this happen. And that's why I don't fuck with it.
Yeah. And you don't really hear people really speaking against this behavior, this type of behavior. You have people that'll sit back and they talk about, it ain't them, they don't have nothing to do with it. Or you would hear people literally, and it's normally it'd be the younger folks that will sit back and they actually try to make it like it's not nothing, wrong that's happening. But we see throughout this world, man, it's just a bunch of stuff that's going on where, you have a lot of these young ladies and older women that's just misbehaving so bad. So what we're going to be talking about also is, how did it get to this? And what would be a solution, if any, that we would have? Will we be talking about stricter laws? Because if we're talking about stricter laws, then that means there'll be more people going to prison, more people going to jail. You're talking about stricter laws, you're going to be having a lot of people, because they're going to be going to jail because they're not going to be paying certain tickets. Because, what they did I'm pretty sure it's going to be reduced down to a misdemeanor or something like that. It's going to be, it's going to be more of a misdemeanor than anything else. So I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I damn near ain't got the words of that bullshit. We just normalize, just tired of the, especially my generation, we just normalize the bullshit, bro.
And that's what it seemed like. It seemed like it's just it's a
like,
normal thing now. It's a very normal thing to do this.
It's like we'll do anything for some fucking attention, Like,
but I do want to go ahead and show that the first video that we're going to go ahead and do, and then we'll be talking about it from that point on. So this first video we'll be talking about would be about the girls that destroyed the let me see, is this it right here? Nope, that's not it. Let's go with this one then. Yep, this is it right here.
Yeah, man, make sure y'all like the video, man. Like the video. Don't be a ninja.
There we go.
What's they call it? Ninja watching.
Like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. A ninja watcher.
Yeah, ninja watcher. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead. Let's get into this video right here, man.
Fair use.
Absolutely. Shout out to News 5, and I think it's in New York. Okay. But yeah, let's go. Did you hear them damn names?
We got to do better. Oh, she's only said they can't hear anything.
Oh, we're going to have to do this all over again. Great. Thank you for that. We're just listening to it.
You can't hear the video or us?
I think she said she can't hear the video, or she said she can't hear
anything.
Huh. Let's go back then. Let's go here. Let's see what we have here. Let's start.
No, I think they could hear us. Oh, the video. Yeah, the video.
Said she couldn't hear the video.
Yeah, the video.
All right, so let's go back.
Man, we gotta do damn. Hey, man, we got black folks. Start doing a better job naming your kids. God damn. All this Aisha, Alicia, leave the shit away. Like, leave that shit alone. Like,
let's go back to. All right, so let's go here. Okay, yeah.
Ain't crazy? I wasn't even surprised their name was that.
Me neither. It didn't. Damn, that's fucked up. Oh my god! All right, so can you hear it now?
She want the link, Sunshine with the link.
All right, I give you the link, Sunshine. I'm gonna put it in there in a minute.
Yeah, man, it's 203, y'all, man. Like the video, please.
Can you hear the video? That's what I need to know. Can you hear the video? Somebody tell me. Can anybody hear the video?
Just play it. Yes, they say yes. They say yes.
Okay, so let's go back. All right, so we're going to play this all over again.
All right, now they saying.
Where was it?
Now I'm seeing some no. Can't hear the video. Okay, so they could just hear us, not the video.
Okay. Why is it's coming so slow? Let me see what's going on here.
Well, I guess the YouTube chat. That's StreamYard.
Right, but if they saying they can't hear us on there, we gotta redo this thing here. What is going on? Why can't they hear it? Let's go back. Stop sharing. Go back to here. Why is it not? Let's go here. Nope. Let's see if this will work then. All right, let's go.
It's better. Let's see.
That the store alarm went off. Authorities say these 3 women seen in this video, Perla Ozaria, Chatara plus.
Can you hear the video now? Are you able to hear the video now?
Better. All right, cool. It said better. Cool. Yup. Cool.
All right.
We Gucci.
All right. Okay.
You got a light over here?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, got a lighter.
Sensia and Tatiana Johnson walked into the fast food joint at around 4 a.m. They placed their order, and according to the employees who were working at the time, the women wanted more sauce. The employees told them they would be charged $1.75, and that's when they say the women lost it. The video shows the women wrecking the place, jumping over the counter, tossing appliances, bottles of sauce, throwing everything and anything within reach at the workers. The suspects were taken into custody and now face a number of charges, including
don't cover your
assault.
face now.
On Friday, they appeared in court.
We don't want to talk.
The attorney for 23-year-old Tatiana Johnson says there is more to the story.
What the public has seen is a very, very limited piece of the information that's out there, and I believe once we get the full videotape and the full story of what happened that evening, it's going to be a much different version, and Ms. Johnson will be vindicated at the end of this case.
How in the hell is it going to be much different? I wonder how people can actually sit back and defend some shit like that. That's why when you talk about lawyers, man, these goddamn lawyers is egregious, bro.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do whatever it takes.
You see these girls in the video smiling, laughing, twerking, and everything else, but I'm gonna let them finish with this.
There was more arguing going on. Certain words were used against my client that sort of heightened the situation.
But the now viral video shows the women laughing, even twerking on top of the counter as they assaulted the victims, and while other customers recorded the chaos. The suspects were indicted. They are due back in court on July 21st. As for the victims, they were also in court, but told us they were not available for comment. Outside of criminal court, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
And that was the news. That's crazy. What do you think should be done with those folks, man?
I mean, shit, like, shit.
I mean, when you actually think about it legally, what do you think that should be happening with these folks?
I mean, they should definitely get locked up.
Okay.
I mean, and I don't know like too much about like charges, like because I feel like they should get locked up. Man.
You don't think they should be charged?
Yeah, they should definitely get charged. They should definitely get charged.
What do you think they should be charged with?
I would say what, assault.
Assault. Who they at?
Shit, they were throwing sauce at somebody. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing stuff is assault.
Sauce and shit, and then fucking up the restaurants. Like, I mean, shit. What is called when you fucking destroy like?
You curse so much, Rob. You be cracking me up.
Oh, you know, Yeah, I be trying to clean that shit up, but it's like it is what it is at this point.
Okay, so give me the backstory on where that took place at, James. How y'all doing tonight?
It-
How you
oh, we
doing,
good.
sunshine?
We good. We doing. How you doing tonight?
Man, let me tell you, I'm going through a little thing here over here. I I used to have a shoe fetish, right? It was bad. No, like for real bad. Like for real bad. But I used to have a much bigger, I had a lot more space. So I had um like a whole room dedicated to my clothes and my shoes.
Mhm.
And so right now, I had a bunch of stuff in storage for, a little bit, a little grip. And so this past week, I gave away about 100 pairs of shoes, right?
Damn, you did have a
Damn.
problem.
Damn.
And I ain't done yet. And so I have about another 100 pair that I have to get rid of. So I'm like, my whole living room looks like a workshop of shoes. Like I can't even deal with it anymore. But I'm going through the process because I realized that I just don't need things anymore. So I'm trying to get down to a minimal thing
Dope.
and closing my eyes and releasing stuff. But my weakness is shoes. And
Yeah.
so I keep going. I just basically had to leave out of that room to come back and just
You
because
had an
they've been
emotional
bagged up.
bond.
Yeah. So I'm going back and I'm gonna release them. But so that's what I'm doing over here. Now what is the backstory on the young ladies that were in that
Hey, let's go.
location?
This
Oh,
nigga
there go.
eating.
Wait, there he go again. That was the water. Wasn't he the watermelon man the other day?
Listen,
Came in this motherfucker eating.
damn coming. We just came off of a trip.
What's good, my nigga?
What's good? What's good?
That's what he does. What's going on, Cuzzo?
What's good?
So the
Hey,
backstory is what they want. I heard the
man,
video. Now they wanted some
man, basically,
sauce.
long story short, basically they was out drunk as hell, probably want to get some late night food, and they wanted some extra sauce, and they got mad because they was gonna get charged an extra
Well, this is in New York.
$1.75.
This is New York. This is on your coast. So
Hold up, wait a minute
yeah,
now. Slow it back.
I mean you deep east. You way east, ain't you? You
Well,
more
yeah,
east than New York is, ain't you?
I'm Easter than New York. Well, we on the same coast. You're straight down the line, 95. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so to me, I would kind of need to know what the interaction was with whoever it was that was serving them. Now, given the look of what was going on, I feel like there was some kind of negative interaction that prompted them to be that way. Hopefully, if it wasn't, then that was just plain old ignorance. I heard them say that those two young women were 23 years old, and to me, 23 is still young, where your mind is not necessarily formed, but it's too damn old to be acting like that.
So yeah, so this is the thing. The people that they had the interaction with evidently was the ones holding the camera. So regardless of what it was, they were talking about some damn dipping sauce. And what it was that the dipping sauce, they said it's gonna cost them $1.89, $1.98, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they get irate. They're not that irate. Because if you see the video,
Mm-hmm.
they're laughing, smiling, twerking, standing up, throwing shit.
Yeah, and I also think
They
too.
were chimping out.
Let me say this too, James. I think we come from around about the same era. I might be even. I'm actually probably. I got you by
Same
some
here.
years, but you know, in terms of like what I see with young people today, I don't understand where common courtesy, manners, respect for yourself has gone, specifically in young women. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody has a breaking point and you can snap, crackle, and pop at any given moment. But that kind of behavior that I saw, you know, to me, like my mind instantly says to myself, well, what if somebody might fuck me up for doing some shit like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't trying to,
right,
I'm, you know,
right.
like that's the type of stuff that escalates. You know, we've always heard of, you know, it always escalate. It can escalate to like somebody dying, really, at the end of the
Hmm.
day. And when I say like, I don't know, like it goes back into this like blessing and the curse for social media, online bad behavior, you know, trying to reenact shit that people done seen before, flipping over. I mean, I don't, I can't. I think it's ignorance. I would want to, but then I would want to believe that in order for me to act that way, because I have literally flipped shit over in the office before and walked out and never went back to my job. And the reason why was because I was so highly disrespected and I had had enough of that particular place. But that was me on my own. I would hope that I hang with people who would be like, come on, girl, we got to get the fuck up out of here. Never mind this shit. Fuck them. Tell them to give us our money and we out.
But that's the key. You would have someone that's friends. Everybody, this is what the problem is. First and foremost, this is one of many
Yeah.
incidents. We can go all day. I could just show videos all day. This is just one of many videos that we have to deal with. You done had people that have been stabbed, shot over some damn food at McDonald's. Remember that one little hookup where they had that one year, what was that, 2018, 2017? And you had people getting shot through the drive-through because they didn't get their order right. Something just happened where somebody just got stabbed because a person didn't get their order right. Now, I understand the one part where it's because this is another
Somebody
thing.
got killed at Subway.
Yeah, but this is another thing. Those
Subway?
same type of people, yeah.
Yeah.
So but these same type of people are working for these entities, right? So I can about guess that interaction had to deal with even the ones that was working there. They probably were, probably as irate, but we don't know because the only thing you see is these girls throwing shit, tearing shit up, and twerking.
And a
With
lot of
smiles on their face.
right, and a lot of and so
I can show it again.
yeah, I
Show
want
it.
you to show
I
it.
ain't
I
see
want
it.
you to
Show it.
show it. I want you to show it again because then it will give me a better understanding. Because I know, Robert, you said that there was the workers who were recording. Was it the workers that were recording?
I said it that it was either the workers or it was the manager or somebody because they were behind the counter
Oh, they were
recording.
behind. Okay, all right.
And you see people, and this is the craziest thing: people don't intervene anymore. They only thing that they do is they use cameras and they show it so they can get likes and shares and go viral.
Right, but then
That
there's
is
also
very dangerous.
you gotta be careful of jumping in shit too.
Well, nowadays you do, but if at least call the damn cops.
Well,
At least call 911.
I mean, they got arrested. I heard at the
But they
scene.
got arrested because they was hanging around there.
Yeah.
They
probably
wasn't
did.
going.
They probably did.
Nigga, don't nobody call 911 no more, especially in New York.
what?
Ain't nobody calling the cops. Ain't nobody calling police officers in New York.
I mean, but if you work for a company like at your where you work at,
Nigga, they just
in most
had.
places,
I
most
can show
places,
you a
when shit
video.
get wild at your job,
They
will call the police.
They break out the camera. I was just watching one where the dude was at McDonald's, and it was this guy. You tell he clearly had a mental illness. He banging his head up against the glass. He bust the glass out. While he was doing it, you had this little sugar boy Oh, honey, look what he doing. Oh, he busting at the. Oh, sir. Oh, somebody get him some fries. Somebody, and everybody's saying, somebody call 911. Nobody's calling 911 because they're using their phones to video him. And you got the little sugar boy. I'll show it. You got the little sugar boy over there. And he's making fun of him. Somebody get him a Happy Meal. Somebody, and they're making fun of this because it's not their place.
And I think it was one situation too. I don't know where it was at, but dude was fucking up. I guess he was mad because he couldn't get all his money when he was cashing his check, and he was like busting windows. And the lady was recording like, "We're gonna call the police. Call the police." But she was recording him busting up shit.
Yeah. They did. It's like people stunned. And what's crazy is that I'm telling you, it's done by design. You got people that don't trust police officers. Police officers don't trust police officers. Police officers don't trust the people. This is what it is. And no one is actually taking any type of action. We already spoke on that before, but let me go back to this video to show it one more time. And you guys just pay attention to how these young ladies are reacting and the smiles on their face. Go back here.
Faced a judge today for their role in a wild food fight inside a Lower East Side restaurant. Now, this was the scene inside Bell Fry's restaurant early Sunday morning. The chaos breaking out over the price of extra condiments. Jessica Formoso.
And notice that girl was aiming at the person that was holding the camera when she was throwing. Look at the smile on this young lady's face right here. Look at how she's looking. She's calm. Like this is normal shit.
Spoke with some of the parties involved and has the very latest.
A wild scene inside Bell Fry's on Ludlow Street early Sunday morning over the cost of dipping sauce. The situation quickly got out of control that the store alarm went off.
The friend tried to hold her back a little bit.
Yep, there was one girl. Sorry about the noise, you know.
But that's the same girl shaking her ass.
Authorities say these three women seen in this video, Perla Ozaria, Chatara Placencia, and Tatiana Johnson, walked into the...
What the hell? Did she say that girl name was Placentia?
Yeah.
Boy, nigga.
Go back.
Listen to these names. These names are curses. I'm telling you.
Let
me say this. I'm gonna put it out here, and it may seem like I gotta
better
say
not
this.
Bill Cosby it. You about to Bill Cosby? Yes, you are. You about to be?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you. No, when I work,
Cosby, what the hell?
And if I'm right, Sharon, one of the things what gets me to a point of whether I'm gonna pick a person up or not is their fucking name. Let her name be Placentia, Tatiana, or all of that shit. I'm not dealing with it because it's been proven to me that when I pick their ass up, it'd be the worst ride that I could ever have in my life.
So you just did the Bill Cosby. You just did it. Do you remember when years ago Bill Cosby was like, black people need to stop naming their children certain names like that?
Was he wrong? Was he wrong?
They need to stop.
Was he wrong? Because look at, that's what I'm saying.
That's the easiest way to judge a motherfucker.
They're cursed. Listen to these damn names again. And it's not like, and this shit is all around the world. Oh, well, in the United States, all in the United States.
Tatiana Johnson walked into the fast food joint at around 4 a.m. They placed their order, and according to the employees who were working at the time, the women wanted more sauce. The employees told them they would be charged $1.75, and that's when they say the women lost it. The video shows the women wrecking the place, jumping over the counter, tossing appliances, bottles of sauce, throwing everything and anything within reach at the workers. The suspects were taken into custody and now face a number of charges, including a...
Now she wanna, and then now look at it. Now she wanna hide her face.
Yeah, but she was all in front of the cameras.
Did I miss the name? Did I miss
the
name?
Yeah, you didn't go back far
for
enough.
the name. Okay.
Who were working at the time, the women wanted more sauce.
Nope, you gotta go back some more.
Around 4 a.m. They placed their
Go
order
back
and
some more.
Throwing chairs. Somebody got hurt.
Alarm
Somebody
went
could have really got hurt.
Authorities say these 3 women seen in this video, Perla Ozaria, Chatara Placencia,
Did you hear these names?
and Tatiana Johnson walked into the fast food joint at around and Tatiana Perla.
What did she say her name was?
Authorities say these 3 women seen in this video, Perla Ozaria, Chatara
Perlo Azaria.
That's bad.
Placencia,
That's Spanish.
What did she say? What the other girl name was?
and Tatiana Johnson.
She said Perlo Essencia.
Perla
Yeah.
Ozaria, Chatara Placencia, and Tatiana Johnson walked into the fast food joint at around 4 a.m. They placed their order, and according
there's
to
the names
employees
right there.
who were working at the time, the women wanted more sauce. The employees told them they would be charged $1.75, and that's when they say the women lost it. The video shows the women wrecking the place, jumping over the counter, tossing appliances, bottles of sauce, throwing everything and anything within reach at the workers. The suspects were taken into custody and now face a number of charges, including assault. On Friday, they appeared in court.
We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk.
And then you got the little sugar boy right there. We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. He's one of the girls. He's one of the damn girls. He's supposed to be one of the cool heads.
Yeah.
He ready to turn up now.
The attorney for 23-year-old Tatiana Johnson says there is more to the story.
What the public
Now you had to get, look at who they got. Now listen to this clown say some of the dumbest
has
shit.
seen is a very, very limited piece of the information that's out there, and I believe once we get the full videotape and the full story of what happened that evening, it's going to be a much different version. And Ms. Johnson will be vindicated at the end of this case. There was more arguing going on. Certain words were used against my client that sort of heightened the situation.
So let me ask the question.
I don't give a fuck.
He
what
said
they
it was
say.
more arguing going on. Does that exonerate somebody or absolve somebody
to do some shit like that.
to go and start tearing up people's shit?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Because the name is called.
That's the case. Was that deep? You could fucking
Give me back my money
get back money,
and I'm going somewhere
or I'm
else.
calling your manager first thing in the morning or some shit, whatever.
But you can tell they were high. Look at the looks
Oh, they
on their
definitely
face.
was turned. They definitely was turned.
Wasn't nobody upset, mad.
Man,
They were just fucking. They was ready to turn up
It
on
was
somebody's
4
motherfucking
a.m.
shit.
You know they was ready to turn up. It was 4
Yeah.
a.m. They was looking for a problem.
4 a.m. You ain't got no business doing nothing crazy. You supposed to be. See, I don't know. Just how these motherfuckers act now. If they were high, the last thing that a person want to do is be in a motherfucking restaurant trying to fight. I just want my motherfucking food so I can go home or go and get in the car and eat. I'm glad I don't have that lifestyle though, boy. Where you at 4 o'clock in the it wasn't even 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, nigga. That's not an everyday thing right there.
Well, you know, New York
That's
don't
crazy.
sleep. That's a city that's 24 hours nonstop.
Yeah.
And so,
absolutely.
you know, that, I mean, as far as where I'm from, Boston shuts down around 2. You got to go real underground in order to find,
Yeah.
you know, something to do.
It's like that in Detroit.
mhm.
It's like that in
After
Detroit.
2.
Shit, after 2, you ain't got no business out there in them streets unless you going to like an after hour. We got after hour joints, you know, you got little, you know, joints like that. But yeah, they don't sleep in New York. They do not sleep because they was trying to bring the you know, the alcohol, you know, the hours for alcohol and all that stuff
Yeah.
until somebody and they actually fought that shit and said, hell no.
No.
We already got a bunch of damn drunk drivers out here killing people at night. No, they don't need that shit.
So, but did
That's too
y'all
much.
notice in the video? Remember, now see, this is what I'm saying. Like hanging with the right people, and the one of those girls were at first trying to hold them back, and she
You talk about
looked
that
like
girl right there in the black
in the black, and she was on
that
her
was
way
twerking.
out the door. She was pretty much sick of them, and she
Mhm.
was on her way out the door, and something had to be said because she turned back around as it looked like she was on her way out the door. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, they for one, it was kind of like they were bouncing off of each other's energy. That's basically what it was. And so one did something, the other one was out trying to outdo her. The other one did something, the other one's trying to outdo him. But if you notice, they only had the one girl at the in court that actually, what was it, the Tatiana chick? She was the one that was being charged with the most. I think she's the one that's the Tatiana chick right there.
Bust down Tatiana.
Right.
Damn.
And they, the thing is that they're smiling. That's what's crazy. They know what they were doing. They wasn't upset. I can understand if somebody was really upset. You know how, like you were just saying, Sunshine, when when you was upset at work, some desks got turned over, but you had reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had reason. It may not have been the best reason, but damn.
Yeah,
they just tearing shit up over some damn sauce.
Yeah, bitch, go get them, bitch. Period.
Over $2.
Over $1.75.
Pay the $2.
What's the shit? Hey.
That's
The now
crazy.
viral video shows the women laughing,
Watch
even
her ass.
twerking on top of the counter as
Twerking
they
her ass,
assaulted the
stinking
victims, and while other customers recorded the chaos.
Look at it, man.
The
Fuck her
suspects
shit
were
up.
indicted.
Oh,
They are
wait a
due
minute,
back in
though. Look like
on
somebody
July
got at one of them. Hold on. Go back. It looks like.
chaos.
Look at that.
The suspects were
damn
indicted. They are
weave
due back
almost
in
fell
court
out.
on
Wait a
July.
minute. That girl in the black looked like somebody threw something back at her.
There's more arguing going on. Certain words were used against my client that sort of heightened the situation.
But the now viral video shows the women laughing, even twerking on top of the counter as they assaulted the victims, and while other customers recorded the chaos.
See?
The
See?
suspects were indicted. They are due back in court on July 21st. As for the victims, they were also in court, but told us they were not available for comment. Outside of criminal court, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
So it's still what's crazy about that. Oh my God! Why does everything have to be with twerking? Everything has twerking in it. This shit is crazy as hell.
They lost their minds what they did.
They acting like chimpanzees.
Clout, man. They do anything for that.
They act like chimpanzees. Dog, it's a video out here right now when they show these chimpanzees fighting. Nigga, and you see it side by side when you see these undesirable folks fight and they doing the same thing, tearing up shit, hollering and screaming, hooting in there. Wait till I'm gonna find a video and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. It's really weird. But the problem is not that, okay, it's in New York. It's everywhere now.
Everywhere, man.
This is a microcosm
Not just
of
women, men.
the norm.
Doing the dumb shit too.
Right. It's the norm now. And this is where we having the problem at. Where is it coming from? And Sunshine, you was already touching on it. Where is this shit actually coming from? How is it getting to a point where this is the norm, not just for the younger folks? You got people that's in their 40s and 30s and 50s that's acting the same exact way. You got the one where the women had fought the McDonald's shit. That's what I was telling you. Which one was that? If I can find that shit.
Well, it's not necessarily where it's coming from. It's not coming from anywhere other than what I said earlier. Is like how I was raised was, my mother and my aunts and everyone. I came, always said that any girl can become a woman, but not every woman can be a lady. And so there's a certain kind of quality and disposition. And you all have all those types of women in your lives too. You know, I'm sure that they have a certain kind of quality and character about them where, you know, they carry themselves appropriately. And
But that's not that's what I'm saying is
mean,
that's not the norm anymore. The norm is to act like a damn monkey
right,
and
and
call
check
that
the fuck out.
just
usually
call it
that
what it
type of
is.
behavior usually comes from, you know, people 25 and under.
No, not really. Not really. It's
Well,
probably more of
35.
them. It may be more of them. It bro, it's
And call it what it is, man. The motherfuckers just stupid and ignorant, bro.
but it
It's
has
just
to
in
but
their
this is
genes, bro.
it has to be able to stem from something. And I'm telling you, one of the things that is stemming from is because there's a lack of authority.
Lack of authority. They always been around bullshit all their fucking life. You know what I'm
But no,
saying?
I'm saying number one thing is that there's a lack of authority. And guess where that authority comes from?
Where?
When you're talking about the real authority, it comes from the man.
Hmm.
It comes from the
Yeah.
man.
Hold it though. Wait a minute now. And
Yeah, a lot of men, a lot of bullshit. A lot of these females don't never be told about themselves. You can't tell none of these females shit, you know. So yeah, a lot of these females, not just females, men. Some people just
I'm
don't.
saying
They
right.
don't believe in constant. They don't believe nothing can happen to them when they do dumb shit.
But I want to hear what
They don't
Sunshine had to say because
believe.
I'm going somewhere with this. It's a lack of discipline and it's a lack of authority. They don't recognize authority. And what I'm saying is that authority normally comes from the man. Overall, in general.
well,
If you actually look at when you hear people that had fathers in their life, one of the things you will hear a lot of people saying is that their father was strict.
Mhm.
No matter how was it, you had a father that was surly and strict, but you had a father that probably was nice and strict. They try to be as fair as possible, but they were strict because there were boundaries that you just could not go over with the father. It was just that. Now you don't actually have that authority anymore. That authority figure that actually molds a person. Shout out to Ghost 51.
Yeah, call in, bro. It's the link. The link is
He said, "Can we call in and speak from a Asian brother's perspective? Feel free to ask me questions. Would love to give my insight." Absolutely,
Yeah.
brother. You can come in. I'm gonna drop the link to you again. There you go. But what were you saying, Sunshine?
well, what I'm gonna say is that in the case of young women acting that way, uh, doesn't have anything to do with an authority of a male in that case. What I mean is what I said earlier, in that only I think a woman can teach a young girl how to be a lady. Very similar to only a man can teach a boy to become a man. And so I feel like in your household, yes, that's true. That, you know, maybe the authority of a father would be appropriate in that in what you were saying, James. But woman, a mother, a aunt, sister, older sister, grandmother, even can nurture a girl into being a lady. You're
So let
not
me ask you a
leaving out
question.
this house. You're not leaving out of this house. No, when you do leave out of this house, you present yourself accordingly. And I think that comes from a woman, seeing women your whole life and help you prepare yourself for being out in them streets.
Well,
A
let
Like,
me
lot of
ask
these,
the,
a lot of these females ain't raised by quote unquote ladies either.
no, but let me ask you the question. Then what happened? Because the majority of young women are being raised by guess who?
Single mothers.
Moms.
and
Primarily.
so aren't the majority of young men.
No, right.
And that's why
we have a problem. Right. So
Most
that's
of the
my whole
killers and
point.
shit come from single mothers.
So that's what I'm asking. Like I said, that's the reason why I said what I said.
Yeah, I
Because
know
the
what you
authority
said,
comes
but
from the father.
I know you
And
said
I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, when you even look at where, for instance, we as men, we have to be, there's no gray area with us when it comes down to life. We learn we learn the hard way through supposedly our fathers. Our fathers are the ones that actually give us the hard life. When their father is not there, we end up learning from the world. And the problem with that is that's what gets us in prison. That's what gets us in jail. That's what gets us, because we're not being told and molded in a truthful way, in a truthful manner. If that was the case, then you would not have as many people right now acting the way that they act.
so. Then you are saying then ultimately at the end of the day, you might not like what I'm about to say, but at the end of the day, it's the man's fault.
Oh, we're gonna get to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get to it.
So
But no,
you're
it's not
saying
at the end of the day that it's the man's fault, but there's an onus. There's an onus that men have to take. Absolutely. No doubt about it. That it's not a man, it's not men versus women. It's just, that's why I was just saying, you actually say, where does this shit come from? It's not whether it's man or women, it's certain things that we are built to do. And one of the things that we're built to do as men is to have order.
Okay.
One of the things, like for instance, when a man teaches a boy how to become a man, one of the number one things he learned is that violence is always a possibility when you talking sassy to another man. You invite another man to your penis, you call another man out of his name, there's violence. You better be expecting violence. And you learn that from your dad. And a lot of times that you don't learn that, or from an uncle or from somebody. And a lot of times when you don't learn that from them, and you get out here in that world and you start disrespecting other men, and you don't expect that damn violence, that's when your ass learn that lesson. It's the same thing with women. Stay the hell out of men's face. They learn that from their dad. You're not equal to them.
Facts.
Those guys are all about violence when it comes down to being threatened. I tell people that all the time. When it comes down to me, you threaten me, you threaten my family, you threaten anything that has to do with fucking me up, I will choose violence.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
So when you have young ladies acting out and the way that these young ladies that we were just saying, what do you call that? Because it ain't masculinity. It ain't femininity. You're acting like a damn animal. You're acting like a chimpanzee. You chimping the fuck out. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. What you got to say about it, Dane?
Man, it's just, hey, I don't know. I feel that, that is right. That
We can't see you, brother. Come a little. Bring the camera back, son.
He's a little. I can't hardly hear him either.
Let me turn it up.
Let me see. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Not really.
I can hear you. You can't hear him that much, Sunshine? My mom had that.
Hold on, let me get it. I'm gonna put my ear.
I think maybe his microphone might be blocked or something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it could be. Huh?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you better now. I don't know, Sunshine. Can you? I could.
I mean, I
still
can hear him. It's better.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Well, no, like I was saying, is I think it is an authority figure, far wise as a man, because with daughters, I got daughters, and you got to keep, even as a man, I don't believe in, a man should put his hands on his daughters, to discipline his daughters, but there's a certain way that us as men, we even talk to our daughters that you get a respect out of them, talking stern to them, and you know what I'm saying. So if they don't learn no kind of boundaries, you know what I'm saying, or how to act in the street. No one's teaching them that, you know what I'm saying? There's no consequences. This is what happened. Those ladies don't feel there's no consequences going to happen to them, really. Because if they felt there was a consequence, if they thought, oh, I'm going to jail, they might not have did that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They not feeling they not feeling there's going to be no consequence. That's why I think a lot of people act up. They don't really sit there and think about the consequences coming behind this. Because you act up on camera, you taking your ass to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You definitely going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You just engaged yourself up. You done told on yourself. You won't take. You told on yourself. So, it's going to have to be us more as men stepping into our daughters' lives, our nieces, our granddaughters, and letting them know that there is consequences. You know what I'm saying, for things that you do, and I feel that a woman definitely teaches a young lady how to become a woman, but a man actually can help that molding too. It takes two, you know what I'm saying, or three, or a village,
But it when you're talking about as far as like how to become a woman, no, it takes both. It definitely takes both, because first and foremost, a woman, when you get to be a woman first, and if you're looking for a mate, you learn through your father. You learn how to pick a mate through your father, and if a lot of women paid attention with how their father react, now you have to love, respect, and honor your father first and foremost. They will always bring that man that is interested in them and they're interested in that man to the dad, because he's going to vet him. He's going to vet that man. But when we're talking about behavior, we're talking about learning consequences. That's dad. Mom teaches a lot of other things. She teaches manners.
How
She
to act
teaches,
in the street.
what
type of
how to,
clothes.
all of these
So
things.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying as far as acting and once you walk outside the door of the household, you learn, how to carry yourself, basically. And in order to carry yourself like a lady, you learn that from another woman, from a lady.
Yes, but this is the thing. Those women right there, what was the oldest one? 23?
I heard 23.
Yeah. Her mother is younger than me and you, Sunshine.
I'm sure.
Her mother is right. So again, you have households that only have mothers. And it's been like that for at least, and I'm talking about the majority of households, only have mothers. It's been like that at least for 40 years.
And then also, you got to think too, and I said this before, because I've been in this situation. I feel like all young people have been in this situation. Y'all probably been in this situation when y'all was young. Man, y'all parents could teach you all the shit in the world, but once you get that freedom, man, all best is off.
Yeah,
but they give you but this is the thing. They give you a foundation.
Okay,
you get a foundation. This is the thing. You're gonna do what you want to do, but that foundation you're gonna have to go back to.
Yeah, you still gonna have the back of your mind. You still gotta have boundaries.
You got to go back to it.
Yeah, so
you're going to go. The only thing that the parents are meant to do is give you guidance to adulthood, and they give you a foundation once you get there, because they're not trying to tell you that you're not going to get into issues and problems. They're giving you the tools so you can so you can supposed to be giving you the tools so you can survive, so you can be a prosperous adult. You're going to be doing what you're going to do. You're going to experience life your way, but they're just trying to get you so you can own your own life. They're giving you your life so you can own your accountability. You got to have and for you to be a responsible person.
Yeah, because I definitely was like one thing. If I wasn't taught anything else, as consequences with everything you do. So you're right, you know, but
I get what Robert.
But a lot of people can't handle that shit though, bro. A lot of people, they get out here and they get fucking exposed to other shit.
They pussyfied.
You know what I'm saying? Then they start getting listening to other people. And they hang around bullshit ass friends. Yeah, they definitely
say to their children. I don't visit children in jail, right? That's supposed to be.
But they used to.
Not to go there, but they normally do.
Yep.
Right? I don't, you know, when you're growing up, I mean, I knew that's what I heard when I was growing up.
Yep, me too.
I don't visit children in jail. You know what I'm saying? So that.
I'm not gonna do your time with you.
Well, I understand what Robert is saying though, because he makes a valid point, and that, you know, is a lot of the problems too, because we don't necessarily know what goes on in everybody's household, you know, in terms of what people teach their children. But like he said, once you jump off the porch, as they say, you make your own decisions, and sometimes you make decisions that, you know, are negative, or you get around a different type of person, a different type of people, and you get into peer pressure, and the next thing you know, you wish your daddy would come visit you in jail, or get you out of jail, but because of the decisions, or not, you know, utilizing the tools and preparation that your parents or whoever raised you gave you, you find yourself in real bad. You caught up, basically.
And it's also like we all make a point, like when it comes to two-parent households, like that shit do matter, but it's kind of tough because I done fuck with people that got fucking two-parent households, was raised fucking good, all this other shit, and these motherfuckers still acting wild, doing dumb shit.
But those are anomalies.
Also, you have people, you know what I'm saying, who come to single-parent households.
But those are anomalies.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, everything is this is why I always say nothing is absolute. There's nothing in absolute, but we have to speak about what's the majority. That's what we speak on. What affects communities and you know, and people. We affect each other. What you was just saying, Sunshine, it does hold truth. However, only one thing that we need to learn from our parents really is that you have to be accountable for your actions. You do some fuck shit, please understand that what the consequences could be, the probabilities of these things happening. And in the event that these things happen, you gotta have accountability with it. If you gotta lay it down, you gotta lay it down. You can't blame nobody else. You can't blame daddy because he wasn't there. You can't blame mama because she didn't do certain things. It happened to you already. That's what's really fucked up about being an adult. No matter what happens to you as a child, once you get to be an adult, don't nobody care. The world don't owe you any understanding. If you are what they consider a cancer, they're going to get rid of your ass. Whether they're going to kill you or incarcerate you. Don't nobody care about you when you're older. Especially if you're an older man. They don't care. So you have to learn one thing. You got to be accountable for your actions. If you out here in these streets wilding like these young girls are wilding, and if they give your ass 6 years, ain't no we want to picket for justice for Tatiana and Mercedes or whatever the hell these goddamn girls' name is. No. We got too much other shit that we got to deal with. Y'all fucked up. You did what you did. I'll see you in 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if they allow you to get out after that, then okay. But they're not, that's the thing. They're not understanding authority, and they definitely are not understanding accountability. Because if that one girl was understanding what accountability was, let me tell you what she would have did. She would have went in that motherfucking courtroom with her head held high. Absolutely.
Got Ghost 51.
We got Ghost 51 in the house, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, and you, man? Doing good.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good, bro.
Hey, man. You're the channel that popped up in my the feed and stuff. And I just wanted to hop on and the support and stuff. Yeah, that's what I want to say though. But yeah, like regarding your the topic and stuff, like man, yeah, like this stuff that happens in the Asian the community also, and it's the very that's sad to see, sir. It's
Really?
pretty bad. Yeah.
What part of Asia?
I'm from the Taiwan actually. I was born in Taiwan. I stayed here for about 10 years, and now I'm in the West Coast right now. I'm like residing and stuff, like for the school and work.
Oh man.
Wow.
So what really go? You guys, y'all experienced the same thing?
No, it's in well, I mean, like the when I like arrived in like American stuff, like
Okay.
man, it's just like I just like feel like a lot of these the Western the women, like they're so like just on the mentally like just the sick in the head, in my opinion. Like just like because they feed off of the social media, the toxicity, and it's so the sad to see. And I love my the Taiwanese woman too. I love my the Taiwanese woman. I love
Mhm.
my the Chinese woman and stuff. But I don't know. I think like especially like in American stuff. I feel like the social media, like it really the fucked up everything. The sorry for the language though. I just had to say it.
I know,
No,
yeah, do your thing,
it's
bro.
fine. But yeah, social media just puts a light on it. I think that the use of social media, because I've always said that also, the use of social media, man,
Yes,
is
sir.
really is crazy because people kind of abuse it because it should be a great thing. On one end of it, it's very great. On the other end, I kind of agree with what you're saying because when you see,
Hold on, somebody got the YouTube on.
Oh, it's not me.
they might be.
It's not me. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
But when you see when you have young impressionable people that see that this crazy stuff that goes on, they, especially when they get rewarded likes, they get the video to go viral. And people do some of the craziest things to go viral. And now you're starting to see what on the Western world, these women over here. I'm telling you, and this is why I made this one of my shows, because I'm trying to tell Black women that, listen, the world is looking at y'all. They're looking at y'all, and they looking at y'all as jokes.
Can I ask?
And you got people that would say,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead. What you say?
I like to ask. Is his name Ghost?
Yeah, that's my
It
name.
goes 51.
Okay, so Ghost. I think I was hearing you, and
Oh, okay. Cool.
I wanted to ask you because you were mentioning something about you came here when you were younger and you were
Yeah.
in school. Are you saying that the Taiwanese woman comes to America and she begins to behave in a way that is not conducive or does not reflect the values and stuff that you were raised with, and they get outside in the world and they begin to behave differently?
Yeah, it's true. Like just like because like I know for a fact like that I met a lot of the Taiwanese the females in the past, and like they're like the whole like the vibe kind of that's like they really they switched up and stuff, you know. I noticed like they became more they're fashionable, they became more the social media, like they were more you know the posting more on the Tatiana pics, you know what I'm saying by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
that pretty
yeah.
much. And and like for me, like all like the say this though, you know, I think I think you know the the I'm sorry, the females the here and stuff, they're not the good in my opinion though. I feel like the guys out there like should go to the Europe, the Asia, the South, like America, to find a wife and stuff.
Sound like Myra.
And I'm just stating facts and stuff. It's just I feel like the women here, they're just the mentally sick, the what I said, and they're just like annoying. Like sometimes they just like they like they kind of the fake it till they make it. They're very hyper um um manly and stuff with these like strong freaking the crimson chin jawlines. I see all the time, man.
Yeah. Listen.
Hey, give my man some oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and
So
what he's saying now, this is the thing, and I'm gonna let you go.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Sunshine, in a minute. Hold on, my man. Identity withheld. What's up, brother? What's going on,
brother?
man?
What you walk into, bro?
What did you walk into, brother? Oh, this is it right here. You can join the chat if you want to, man. Absolutely. If you want to get in, you can go ahead and get in too.
Wow.
Let me tell you something, Sunshine. Before you say what you about to say,
because he's saying some truth.
This is what we have to do. And I was on a show yesterday where we talk. Is it uncannily or candidly? Because the connotation, the denotation changed for both of them a lot. But you have to hear this, even though it sounds like we just hating or men are just hating. You have to take this in, because when you hear black men talking about it, it's something different. But when you hear people from another race actually say something as honest as what he was just saying, you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to have the conversation. I commend my man for even coming on this platform to even have the conversation, and he's being honest.
And he's not the only. I heard this before.
We hear it all the time,
especially people my age. I'm like, I don't know how old are you, Ghost?
Oh, I'm 19, sir.
Hear a lot of. Oh, hell yeah. So you know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, because like for me, because all the kids are, you know, but I'm
wait,
a big
there's
fan
a echo or something.
Yeah, I think like the company has an echo or something.
Yeah, it's like whoever got the YouTube on, just put it
Oh, it's
on
not
mute.
I
Whoever got the YouTube.
I think it's the brother with the camera on. You got the
you got
mic
your YouTube on.
No, I don't have my YouTube on.
No, I don't got my YouTube on.
All right, well, fuck it for right now.
Yeah, I was gonna to say this too also, but I like the Kevin Samuels the content also. I'm a big fan of his channel and stuff, and yeah, like like he states on the facts and stuff also.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hold on. You say you're a fan of what?
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, the Kevin Samuels and the Jada Black.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and they really that helped me and stuff, you know, like just like be more the logical and stuff, and also like just like just be a the skeptic by by the nature and stuff, you know, and yeah, they really they helped me out a lot. I mean, like for me, I've been the dating the woman like since I was 14 and stuff, and I was just like, wow, there's a lot of sick women out there. I'm not even a cap, man.
Yeah,
like for
bro.
me, yeah, I mean, like for me, I come from a the traditional the background stuff, you know. Like I had the father figure, like I had the mom and dad, and they really and like, man, bro, like like they were just the helpful and stuff, and yeah, they just they made me this self-aware too also. So
That's dope, bro. You know, it's funny you said that, bro. You talking about how you watch Kevin Samuels and people like that, bro. I'm 31, and I always said, bro, man, if I had like the Kevin Samuels or Fresh and Fit, uh, uh, those type of guys, bro, I would probably, man, when it comes to women, I would probably would probably be a lot better when it comes to women, especially when it comes with dealing with they bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Not being finesse or certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy, bro. Like the dating world, I hear this all the time from single men, all the time, single
Oh, I
women.
know what the problem is with the echo.
Yeah, I think because once Dame came back in, that's when we started
Yeah,
hearing
but I
it.
think he still has his earphone and the thing on.
Yeah, put your headphones in and try that, bro.
Unless your earphone is still on, it may be still on.
yeah.
You good? Oh yeah, we good.
Oh, we good now
Jay.
for sure.
Oh, we good.
I told y'all
Yeah,
I
but
was.
yeah,
I
bro.
told y'all I was an engineer.
So like, cause I feel like, man, like
Yes, sir.
the dating world, bro, is so difficult now, man. Like Ghost 51, like what's like how is like if you can name one thing that you hate about dating right now, what it would be?
Well, if I were to give like the my like opinion stuff, I feel like this the dating market is very the saturated. Like it's like the housing market right now and stuff in my opinion, you know, and like man, like regarding the dating market, man, we have a lot of females out there that like they know game, like they know how to run fucking game on guys and shit, and they know how to like manipulate them and shit, and like for me, like you know, I fucking to see this all the time and stuff, you know, and it's just the sad to see, and like for me, you know, I tell like a lot of the guys is do not date the masculine um um the female stem because they're gonna drain your pocket, like they're gonna just be a fucking headache, man. Telling
Yeah,
you,
facts.
do not date the females like that in my opinion. And like this fucking happens in, like man, this shit happens in the Asian the dating market too, and it's just the sad to see, you know. And you know, I'll say this though, like for me, I don't really the date my race, I date like more the Hispanic the females and stuff because they know how to treat me like a king.
Because
And
you said you're on the West Coast, right?
yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in the Cali right now, sir. I'm in Cali.
Oh, okay.
And let me ask you something, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, do you get some type of I don't know what's the word? You get some type of hate from your women from your culture? Do they look down at you when you
I'll be
date outside
honest.
your race?
I mean, the shit. I'll be honest. With my the girlfriend the right now. So yes, I do get the looks and the public and stuff. Like I'll be honest, I get the looks of like disgust, hatred from these hatred from these Asian women and stuff. I'm just like, damn, like you guys gonna look down on me and stuff. Like like the shit. I can't be happy and have fucking freedom, right? Like for
Right.
real.
Yeah,
Like for
it's not
me,
fair.
like you know, if that like this the situation for me, like it like that happens all the time. But like for me, like you gotta have the mindset and stuff, like to not give a fuck. Honestly, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck what people say about me, and I'm gonna to live my life. I'm gonna have fun. You know,
Facts.
I'm gonna freaking the party and just to go to college. You know, and that's what I've been doing. So
Yeah, the reason
So
why I
that
asked
was
that
going to
because
be my
black men get
question.
that issue as well.
That was going to be my question to you. So you're 19,
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
and you date outside of your race,
Yeah.
and there's a question though, like, I mean, you're very young. This is my opinion. You're very young,
Yeah.
and I think you're doing exactly what a young person should do. And that's like exploring, what it is that you like. And maybe in 10 years it'll be different, or maybe in 10 years you'll end up marrying, your current girlfriend, who knows. But I was gonna ask you something else and I forgot. Like I can't remember. Sorry.
Well, let me get identity withheld. He said it's dangerous to have kids so young adopt a grown man's ideal without enough of life experiences. It's
I
absolutely
wish he could come
uh
on here and expand on that because that's a deep point.
it is. It is.
Oh, that's pretty deep, right
Yeah,
there, to be honest. Yeah.
yeah. That's definitely deep. I and he also said, oh yeah, shout out to the fellow engineers. That's what's up, man. Um, I say it's dangerous because young pups feel like they got a whole game, like they got the whole game, and then they try to teach others. Isn't it? Isn't this dangerous?
This,
It's definitely dangerous
he
because
said
me and
disingenuous.
Robert talked about this earlier.
He said,
I mean, disingenuous. I'm
Okay.
sorry, isn't this disingenuous?
Okay.
But me and Robert was talking about this before earlier today, and one of the things I was saying to people was that, I mean, to Rob, was that when you when you a young person and you think you got the game figured out already, and you're out here trying to impress all of your peers and tell them, you know, and give them advice based off of only what you know, and you know, and young in a young experience, instead of just experiencing things and you trying to tell them like they got to figure it out, it's very disingenuous because at the age that I am right now, it took me to get to this age to even tell people certain things where it comes to fruition. And it only came to fruition because I experienced it and I was very observant of it. But if you asked me when I was 19, 20 years old, you know, the things that you can ask me now, I wouldn't even have any of this. I'd be telling you from a high school point of view.
Yeah.
So, you know, as we get older, the more we experience. And it's weird in life to be able to say, damn, it feels, this is where the spirituality really kicks in. When I see my grandson and he looks exactly like me, and before I saw him, I saw his mother that looked exactly like me. And my father looked at me exactly like him. And my mother looked at me exactly like her. It's a spirituality that we have. And when they talk to us, and no matter how wrong it may seem that they're saying certain things, you can always find the great things that comes out of anything that they're telling us. They don't have it all figured out themselves, but they can tell you a lot more than what you can even see. A lot of times we can't see everything yet.
Yeah.
We can only go off of the lens that we are from. And when you're that young, experience is the best thing. That's why when you're young, you're very vibrant, strong. You're at the peak of
Yeah.
your strength because you're going to make mistakes, and you should have the tools or develop the tools to get out of whatever it is that you got yourself into. When it comes down to money, when it comes down to love, when it comes down to any of these things, you have to get yourself out. And as you go through these what they call growing pains, if you're just looking at these growing pains as toxic and you're not looking at the lesson in it,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna grow up and you're gonna get old and you're gonna be bitter and you're gonna be upset. And you always, just like what we see right now, which what I was talking about with these young girls, because I have another video that I'm also show
but
also.
before you
But
show the video, James, I wanted to.
I'm not about to show it. I'm not about to show it right now.
Oh, I want to
Immediately.
say
But that's
though that I think, and I want to commend Ghost for coming on because even though I know Identity Withheld mentioned something to the effect that, you know, he's very young and is, you know, he's speaking in a grown man's terms, you know, I'm paraphrasing. But at the
yeah.
same time, coming on and speaking his thoughts, it shows that he's still inquisitive. Like what 19 year
And
old, what
aware.
19
Yes.
year old is really at home or wherever he's at right now, listening to some grown man podcast, you know, and he's of Asian descent, and on a whole entirely different coast. But I guess something about the show intrigued him enough to like stay focused and offer up his own and lend us his
Absolutely.
voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
now let me ask y'all men something though,
Sure.
because here's the question. We're talking about the behaviors of these young girls, the Western woman, as you all titled it. I was kind of offended by the whole
Western woman.
concept here
Okay.
of like, because it gives me this vibe that, and y'all have this thing going where it's a targeting of specifically Black women, but you
I
asked a couple of
disagree.
questions. Well, and I'll explain why I think that. But a couple of weeks back, it was, oh yeah, well, control your own bodies and all that. I'm just telling you what my thought was. But here's the question, James. You asked a question earlier, like, how did it get this way? Why is twerking everywhere? Um, that kind of thing. You asked a few different questions along those lines, specifically about Black women's behavior over the years. And then you mentioned something about the male figures or fathers, whatever. But do y'all think that men have something to do with this, specifically Black men over the years? It started with, Two Live Crew and all of them back in the day. Uncle Luke would shake your ass and all that. All of that stuff over the year transpired. And the girls in the videos, the imagery, you know, do you think that if men didn't continue to to see a big butt and a smile, some of like, what responsibility do y'all hold in this? You can't abscond you can't put it all on women. If men were not entertaining this, perhaps, I'm not saying that, it would go away, but the emphasis on Black women's bodies, y'all got to hold some accountability. That's your
So,
word.
all right. So this is the thing. The reason why, let me go back to what you were saying just
Sex
first, like
sells.
when we
That's all
said,
it is. Sex sells.
but let
Right.
me go
So come
back.
on.
No, hold on. Let me go. Let me answer it now.
All right.
So let me go back to the part when you was talking about the title. The reason why I put Western women is because it's a Western American thing, and
But we could go deeper to that too, because the Western America. Okay, so now let's go here. So the American Western woman, the replication or the so-called what we are seeing today. I think you did another show, or you asked a question on another show. Like, why do I think it was a picture of like a bunch of females, right? And they all had the very same look. I think it was one of those Kardashian sisters. I think it was Kylie. It was Black China. It was a picture of like 6 different women, right? And you look at them, and they all have now had some type of cosmetic surgery or something done to them. Either their titties are bigger, excuse my language, or their asses are fatter because they got them butt things, whatever's going on. And like, it's they're the Western, they would like you to believe that the Western woman, it used to
no,
be that the white woman, it used to be that the white woman was so-called the epitome of beauty. But now they are replicating and imitating and taking like the jewels of Black women, the natural Black woman body, and they're building themselves to look that way.
no,
Yeah, they are.
absolutely not.
Stop playing. Stop playing games. Back,
let me
you
explain.
know
Let
that.
me explain. Let me explain what I'm talking about. That's why I was going there.
All right.
You put a lot on the table. I'm trying to unpack this shit. Let me unpack it. When we say Western women, we're talking about all. It's not a white and black thing in America. There are a whole lot of other people that exist than white women and black women. Women, period. You got men, you got white women, you got Latinos, you got Asian. We have an Asian brother on here right now. He was saying the same thing about, the Asian women. Now, you asked, do we have some type of onus on it? I believe that we have the majority of it on us. This is the reason why you have me and Robert on this podcast saying the things that we're saying. So if it seems like we're targeting black women, let me tell you, it's not the black women per se. It is the behavior and or misbehavior that they're displaying that we're talking about. So if they're attached to it, then so fucking what? You better get rid of it. What we're saying is this is some fucked up shit that y'all doing. Excuse my French. And you need to change it. And we're going to shine a light on it. And we're going to be able to make people think that this shit is not becoming of a real woman. So if you get caught up in there, you're collateral damage. If you are the woman that is sitting back doing all these things that you ain't supposed to be doing, and you get caught up in it, so be it. We out here trying to handle this shit with cotton gloves on. We can't do that anymore. Yeah. This is where we having the problem, because guess who's getting caught up in it too? The goddamn men. So these goddamn men that supposed to have the onus, guess what? They don't want the onus either. You know why? Because their mama told them, you can do this. You a prince. You a king. You all these different things. They never tell them that you are smart. They never tell them that you are you can be an engineer. They never tell them that you can be something way bigger than what you can even imagine. All you have to do is apply yourself in life. You're not hearing them saying that. They're giving all these exonerating damn names for them. We out here calling each other kings and queens. It don't even mean anything anymore. A king actually meant something. A queen actually meant something. So when you're talking about the onus is definitely on the man. Guess what we end up doing? We end up having kids with women like this. They end up having kids with men that is not worth their salt. It goes on and on and on and on. So that's why I'm saying, when we're talking about it, we're not talking about it to make fun of it. We're talking about it to actually say, this is a really bad thing that's happening right now. We're in an epidemic that's really causing the world to be fucked up. Not just black community, white community. No, this is fucking the world up.
Well, I guess I just be focused on black people. I can't help it.
You can, if you focus on black people, then you can't be mad at white people focusing on white people.
I'm not.
It goes back to the last from that, but most people are. You may not be, but you will hear people say that I'm just focused on black folks. Then they get mad when they sit back and say they don't care about us. White people don't care about us. You can't have it both ways.
Listen, they don't.
It has to be, we have to talk about the human race. We got to get to a point of talking about the human race. You know why? Especially when we're talking about it, because our kids and grandkids, they got to interact with all these different people.
Well, I guess when first of all, I don't want to come across as if I'm saying I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't care about what nobody else doing except for black people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I pretty much focus on what is happening to black people that negatively affects us. There are a lot of different. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
You would sit back and talk like how we're talking then,
because
it's fucking our communities up.
Listen, but there's a lot of social issues and ills in our community that either go unchallenged, they go basically get ignored. There's a lot of different reasons why some of the things, not all of the things, happen in our communities the way in which they happen.
Okay, let me because identity withheld. He had a couple of them. He says,
and I got something to say with what both of y'all said.
Okay, so let's address this right quick. This is to you, Ghost. He said the young man on the panel, when you compare 40-year-old mindset to a 19-year-old mindset, it will not match. Just keep asking questions and you will be fine. Absolutely, I agree with that. He also says 160 in the building.
Yeah, man.
Hit the like. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We having this issue, man. We've been having this issue. Man. We need to hit up information, man. Say what's the issue? Like, why we can't get these lights up?
160 in the building, man. We need to have 160 lights. Go ahead and hit it. Absolutely.
But I want to really say something.
Hold on, I got one more. He said, should we be focused on the world before focusing on our own community? Now, this is the caveat. In order for you to focus on the world, the first thing you have to focus on is your family.
Facts.
Before you focus on a community, the first community that you focus on is your family. The second is the community that you live in. The third is whatever state, whatever it is, it is in order. When you do those things, it's going to make the world a little bit better. It may be a small, but if everybody did it, it'd be something different. We can't do it by ourselves. But what I'm talking about, you can't do it by yourself. Of course, you're supposed to speak on your own. But because a person is just black, do you actually consider them your own?
No, well, yeah, I do. Personally,
Really?
Hold on. Now I'm going to explain why. Because we are not a monolith. We don't have to think alike. We don't have to do things all the same. However, right now, if we look at other communities, right, they're locked into each other. They're interconnected. They have some of the same values, but over time, and I feel as if, and I'm not saying that everyone that is black is, what's that? Oh, we're getting some more food. I just feel as if we need to honestly take a look within ourselves as a people.
But you did say, this is one thing that you said that we have to go back to. When you say other communities, other ethnic backgrounds, one of the reasons why they can stay close-knit, and I'm gonna put it to you like this, and Ghost, you tell me if I'm wrong. There's a thing called shame in their communities.
Yes, sir.
It's a thing called shame.
Yes, sir.
That thing called shame is what keep people it's what keep them in line. We don't have no shame.
Yeah, but look what we got
people in high positions. We got people in high positions acting like they ain't even in high positions.
James.
We got judges out here. We got judges out here having sex with their with clients. Lawyers having sex with clients. You got women out here that's in the Senate out here twerking. There's no shame.
Hold on,
when somebody sits back and put a shine.
Oh yeah,
we about to talk about that one.
Oh,
I got it.
Sir, I saw that video.
So when we're talking about this thing called shame, there's no shame in the black community. If we want to talk about the black community,
okay,
anymore.
now
we get shamed. We get shamed when we're doing well. We get shamed. We a coon if we go and be in politics. If we talk regular English. They call it proper English. No, we just talk regular English. We enunciate, pronounce our words like they're supposed to be pronounced. You sound like you white. We get shamed on things that are good, and then we get praised on things that are bad. You can't be a police officer, but you can be a dope dealer.
Yeah, like
There's no shame in our community.
Oh, yeah. So I want to piggyback what both of y'all was talking about because I kind of see where both of y'all coming from. Like honestly, Sunshine, I'm gonna say I agree with you. What you're saying about where men need to take responsibility. I always say this, man. Like niggas could complain all they want, man, about women, all this other shit, bro. But the problem is we put our energy towards the wrong women sometimes. And I ain't gonna lie, I said this before. Stop putting your energy towards these quote unquote bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because these bad bitches is really bad people.
They're bad.
You know, stop it. You know, and same thing, women. Hey, you women, you want
the
a
thug.
nigga, you want the thug, you want a nigga this tall and don't make this something like, but you want you to be your fucking faithful, all this other goofy ass shit.
Real stuff,
No, you want if you focus on not what you want, but what you need. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem right there. A lot of niggas put their energy towards that shit. They see these rappers, they need these women with these fake ass body. They think, oh, I need a bitch like that. Like, no, my nigga, you can't even handle a bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's not even in your league. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you're right. We put our energy towards the wrong females, and guess what? This is why most people think it's okay to have this bad behavior because a lot of these dudes.
They don't tell the truth.
A lot of these dudes don't tell the truth and they lying to their face and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then bounce on what you said, James. Hey, the reason why we speak like this, it might seem like we towards black women because you know why? Enough men ain't speaking up. Enough men, a lot of these men are pussies. They fucking scared because you know why? Because they don't want to fuck up their piece of ass. That's all this all it boils down to for a piece of ass. They'll tell a woman that, oh yeah, you could be an independent woman, you could do this and that. Hey, you could show your ass off and all this other shit. So a lot of niggas, we said this before, a lot of dudes don't get a lot of sex. It's hard for dudes to get sex. That's why dudes do all this goofy ass shit that they do. So, and then back on black folks. I'm so sick of it. Black folks are so easy to say, well, the reason why we do what we do because they've been holding us back all these years and da-da-da. Okay, if you see this then, so that should give you another reason to fucking change and adapt. All this complaining shit that we do, making excuses is not going to work. And a lot of times when me and James talk shit, like we might look, a lot of people want to say, well, we say cool shit. The reason why we talk how we talk because we've been disappointed. I've been that person when I want to be pro-black, all this other shit. But I seen, as I get older, realize, well, damn, people don't really want this change. People just out here talking. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be in the spotlight. Just give them a reason to give them a reason to say something. Like that's all they want. But so a lot of times when we speak, when it comes to black folks, when we say there's no real community, like because we've been disappointed by our own people.
But this is the whole thing about, and even with the whole thing of pro-black, I don't have to be pro something that I'm already.
Come on,
I've already said it.
Nigga, my black.
I'm already black.
We the blackest niggas in this bitch. Ain't no pro. You don't get no pro black in that.
I don't have to be pro something. I'm for it. That's why I speak the way that I speak.
Yeah, but that's diminishing the point of what I was saying. It's not about being pro black. And that wasn't what I was saying.
No, I haven't finished what you were saying. Remember, I told you put a lot of shit on there. We try to, because I want to get to the point where you were saying that you have these women that are not black that's trying to look like black women. It's the opposite. I have yet to have seen a white woman, Asian woman, a woman from India, any of these women walking around wearing C4 wigs. When the last time you saw one? I have never seen one of these women that's going out there unless
I wasn't talking about here. I was not talking about
No. But you have to, because that's the thing that grows out of your hair. Then when you start talking about ass, there ain't nobody more than black American women that's going around getting ass when they supposed to already have it.
BBLs especially.
BBLs, yes. These BBLs are being purchased by black women more than anybody else in the world.
Again, all this big ass that they don't know how to fucking clean. Can't clean the little ass you got, but you want to get a big
It's
ass.
more than that. They're losing their lives and their legs because of this shit. Black women.
Honestly, like it's not the worth and stuff, you know, like for me, like I like the natural the beauty and stuff, you know. I don't really like believe in the you know these like these the butt lifts, but I mean like the wise said it's a person's choice, like you know like it's not mine to tell them the what to do. And I was gonna to say this the doing stuff like um um I think like you were saying something about like the fine the like the I forgot the freaking the topic stuff. It was the fine the females and stuff. Like bro, like I'm freaking telling you stuff. Like these the pretty chicks, they have shitty the characters in general. Like they like it's the pretty the true in general. Like they have no the morals and stuff. They have no personality at all. Like they just rely on their their the beauty and stuff
Right.
to
They're
like
starfish. We call
succeed
them
in life.
starfish.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, man. I see it all the time, man. I see these fine ass, you know, these the fine ass the Chinese chicks, you know. I mean, but the problem is they have the worst the personalities ever, man. They think they're hot shit and stuff. They think they're like they think they're like a the supermodel and shit, but they're just like I don't know, man. I can't. I'm not a big fan of those chicks, man. They're just annoying.
I get what you're saying. This is the thing, and I tell a lot of people this, and I got to give a shout out to one of the podcasts where you actually can study how younger women across the world act. If you go to Fresh and Fit and you just listen to them it used to be every night. Every night they used to have like a gang of women to come on here from Miami. Even though Miami is it's a whole different ball game, but they have women from all over the country. They all say the same thing. They ask them the same question. They all say the same thing. One of the things they ask them, what is it that you want in a man? When they say as far as how much a man should make, every one of them say he got to at least make 6 figures. Every one of them say he got to at least be over 6 feet. Every one of them say that this man has to be he got to be. Some of them say he can't have a 9 to 5. Every one of them say that this man has to be the least, like, to be to make 6 figures, right? You are in the top 1%. 1%. You make $100,000, you're 1%. You start going higher, it gets less. So in all actuality, these women all want the same person. And what they say is, once they get all of these credentials out, they say, well, you do understand, well, they would ask them, do you want to be able to share this man? And every one of them say what? Hell no.
Crazy.
And then they tell them, well, you do understand that all of y'all are looking for those same men, and they're less than 1%. Wait, hold on. They ain't even less than 1%. Take that back. Everybody, that's including women, men, gay, straight, black, white, Asian, 1%. You 6 figures and up, it goes, you a millionaire, you ain't even 1%. And all the women are saying that they want them in.
And they want them to be faithful.
And then they want them to be faithful.
Crazy as hell.
All females are the same.
Man work.
All females are the same. Like they they just like delusional, and they all to think the same the way. Like bro, like it's actually it's just so like just the mind-blowing stuff. They are all the same. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They all think the same in general.
Have you Ghost, have you had the thing where women say that they don't find Asian men attractive?
Like that hasn't happened.
Have you ever had to deal with? Have you ever had to deal with that?
No, not really. I mean, like for me, it's all about the personality and like the vibe and stuff. You know, I'm more of like that. You know, but I mean, in some like the circumstances, I like it. Like it has to happen in the past though. Yeah, like I'll say this though. Like, yeah, I'll be honest about it. Yeah, like it has happened in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Crawford chick says body alterations didn't come out of nowhere for any race. Women give men what they want. Men look at fat asses and big titties. If a woman doesn't have that, they get it. It's all for attention.
I agree with that.
Women love attention.
But it goes. It's not the accountabilities. You just can't have the accountability. That's my whole thing. You can't have the accountability. Like I just said, what you said, Sunshine, it contradicts what that Crawford chick just said. You were saying that the other women wanted to have bodies like black women.
Yes.
And I said, and I can prove it to you, that no one purchased BBLs, big titties.
No.
No.
I heard what you said, but what I said is let me tell you though. Let me explain to you though. I mean, it goes all the way back into. We could go back into the 18th, 19th century, right? You know, in terms of like that woman that I believe they used to call her the Hottentot woman, and she was viewed at fairs like at those like she was a slave.
I know who you're talking about.
And,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
She had the bodacious body, the big breast, the big butt. You know, so what I'm saying, you cannot. True, maybe there are more black women today who are financially able to purchase those BBL surgeries and get these bodies
$1,200
whatever it is. How much it costs?
In a plane ticket, $1,200. $1,200. You go and you can get a BBL.
Okay.
You might die after
so
it.
What?
But
You might just die. That's true. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the overall white women, black women, Asian women, whatever women who decide that they want to take the risk and get these surgeries, many and most of them are getting bodies that resemble bodies of black women.
Black women. Not what black women, because let's go back, because you went
the brick
all
house.
the
You
way.
Remember that song? Oh, she's a brick.
No, but listen.
House. What was she? Look at them. Look at Kim Kardashian. She got the big what? Go ahead.
If you look during those times, black women were the small ones. They were the small ones. Oh, go on Soul Train. They were small. They had our shape. That was a brick house. She just had an hourglass shape.
Exactly.
They were small women. So that what they were showing, what you was talking about, I know the lady that you was talking about, and I understand we have evolved from that. But when you talk about what you're talking about is the 60s and the 70s. Black women were small. They were small.
Okay.
They big as shit now.
Okay. I'm gonna give you your little shine, because that ain't even true.
It is absolutely true. It was not a thing for black folks to be big. They talked about you. If you look, they had a sitcom called, and you know what it is, What's Happening? And they had a guy named Freddie Rerun. I forgot his last name. Berry. His name is actually Freddie Berry.
Yeah, Fred Berry. Yeah.
And he played Rerun. He used to be pop locking. He was fat. Yeah. They always had something where when the guys came out there pop locking, actually that was his group that came out with Shabba-Doo and all those dudes. But They had one where because he was fat, they didn't want him in the group. So they tried to get Raj, which was small, to be in the group, but Raj couldn't dance. Every time you heard him and Shirley, which she was a stand-up comedian that was on there also, they always made fat jokes at each other and people laughed at them because it wasn't a thing to be fat in that time.
But James, we're not talking about black women. I mean, we're not talking about these women going out to get Shirley bodies.
I'm speaking to your point.
No, but let me tell you.
No, I didn't say anything like that. What you was just saying was that they're getting these BBLs. Have you seen these BBLs? Have you seen the implants that they have? These girls are like bumblebees. They look like ants. The ass don't go with the waist. The ass don't go with the legs. They got these little skinny ass legs with these big ass booties that look like they got a sack of goddamn potatoes in them. The shit looks crazy as fuck. That's black women. Yeah, you got the white women that's doing it too. But they look crazy as hell also. That's why I said Western women. That's why I didn't sit back and just exclude black women. I said Western women.
Okay, so back to my point. Now you using damn Shirley and Rerun as your daggone reference.
The lady in the
Hold
18th
on,
century.
wait a minute. Hold on. You using Shirley and Rerun as your reference point, but what I'm talking about is something like a Thelma. Okay.
She was small.
You
don't get a BBL.
I understand, James. Okay, but she had a shape.
Go to the gym.
Listen, so they okay. They fucking it up with right now they fucking it up with the extra baggage or whatever, the what they used to call it, junk in the trunk or whatever. Now the junk in the trunk look like a goddamn dumpster. You're right. I agree with you on that. But when I'm saying in terms of these women, modern society is definitely, in terms of the visual look of a beautiful body, is one that I believe. Now you could disagree with me all you want. It started out with the J-Lo butt. Remember that? They started out wanting to have a booty like J-Lo. Then as it got, I don't know, it got a little wonk. Since then, everybody wanted an ass like J-Lo. I say that. J-Lo, she's Latina. There's the body shape is the curves, the small waist. It's, I don't know.
Okay, so watch this. Now what? No, I got what you're saying. Listen, I'm right there with you. I sound passionate, but I'm just speaking to your points.
Y'all niggas going back.
Yeah, I'm just speaking to your points. But watch this. J-Lo didn't even like her shape. She didn't even like her shape. Now watch this.
Listen, J-Lo loves the money she made off of that shape.
There you go. But guess what she ended up doing? Taking her ass to the gym and got smaller. Because she didn't like people talking about her ass.
After she made all the millions off of it.
Hey, after she made the millions, that was her asset. However, she got older and she said, hell no, I don't want to do that. But wasn't nobody trying to look like J-Lo by getting a motherfucking BBL?
Are you kidding me?
Going to the damn
doctor? You gotta be shitting me.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. They were not trying to look like her by going to the doctor to look like her. They were taking their ass to the gym. They were taking their ass to the gym.
I think they were going to the doctors back then. I disagree with that. They was going back then.
What was they doing at the doctors?
They was going. They've been doing that shit over in different countries.
No, I'm saying, what was the procedure that they were doing?
What? A BBL.
You're not getting a BBL to look like J-Lo. J-Lo was 100. Nigga, J-Lo was 100. Listen what I'm telling you.
J-Lo is small.
J-Lo is small as shit.
No.
She was 130 goddamn
Not
pounds,
back then,
man.
she wasn't 130 pounds.
Yes, she was.
Man.
J-Lo was never... Nigga, J-Lo, the most that J-Lo ever got to be is probably 145, 150.
But her
she still was small. What you see right now is 175.
James think he could overtalk, and the point is going to be what James wants to point to.
When did I say
James
that was wrong?
sometimes
Where was the lie?
no, James, but
Where was
but
the
listen, I'm
lie?
gonna tell you, it's not that it's a lie. It's just that you don't like to hear a different opinion, and I
No, I
wanted to
do.
hear
I'm
more.
speaking to the
But
point.
you cut off your cousin, and I wanted to hear what he was gonna say.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
So no, what I'm saying is, I think it did start out like you know, like she's saying with J Lo, because okay, I'm gonna give you prime example. Not in this country, but where a lot of those BBLs started at was over in Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those girls was getting, you know, they ass and they titties done over there, and it was very, very cheap. That's where they had a lot of the you know, where they was putting the injections in and all. That's where a lot of people learned how to do that shit from. Them doctors over there. You know what I'm saying? Them bootleg doctors over there was doing all that shit. And at first, everybody wasn't getting their ass very big. It was more of the athletic, very round shape. You know what I'm saying? They wanted the thighs to match the legs. But then I think more of the black women started getting more of the you know, a stupid sagging ass. They already had ass and they wanted it to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I done been to a different country where I seen them getting them BBLs.
Wait,
And I was when it wasn't even popular here. We talking about early 2000s.
Honestly, first off, and I used to love J-Lo growing up, but man, to me, J-Lo was not that thick to me. Second off,
when
honestly,
she was a fly girl, I think she was.
Yeah,
thick.
she was just she fine as hell. That's all I can give her. And she was in shape. That's
No,
why
I'm saying when she was a fly girl, I think. All right, no, I'm gonna tell you when J Lo's butt was really round. Y'all ever seen El Cantante?
And Identity with Phil say living single. I would say it probably so because I remember seeing her dancing.
Yeah, on when she was a fly girl. When she was a fly girl. When she was a fly girl, her ass was big as hell. Then when the El Cantante, when she was did that movie with Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
Peep the scene when she did the movie with Mark Anthony. I think she was about $160, 75 or some shit.
No,
like that.
hell no,
Bro,
man.
She was thick in that movie.
Hell
She
no,
was thick as hell.
Hell, J-Lo wasn't that big, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, I really think all this shit started with, man, honestly, there's 3 women we gotta nominate. Little Kim Kardashian, and Nicki Minaj. That's when I really started seeing that shit was getting, especially when Nicki Minaj came out. Honestly, I ain't even heard of BBL till like probably a few years ago. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like it was really all I heard was the ass shots back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was the ass shots. Yeah.
So let me.
And then hold on.
Sorry.
And I no, you good, sunshine. But no, I see this. Hold on, go back to the chat.
I'm about to go to it. Hold on.
I was gonna
I'm
read
about to
the
go
comments
ahead
because
and
I
show
don't
y'all
want y'all to get lost in the I think there's some voices on here, so I'm gonna go back to what the Crawford chick said after.
Yeah, go back to my wife.
Yes.
Because me and her have this we have this
Did he put
conversation.
Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that?
Okay.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Can y'all see that?
I'm looking. Yeah.
Y'all know who that
That's
is?
En Vogue.
That ain't no damn En Vogue.
Hold on.
That ain't no En Vogue. That's the Fly Girls. That's the Fly Girls.
That's the Fly Girls. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but that's not when her ass was big. Her ass was big when she got with Puffy. That was the biggest thing. Okay, so y'all got the times mixed up. But let me read what the Crawford chick said. She says, but we know it. But at the end of the day, that's how we get what we want. But women don't speak that truth. She says, small equals skinny. We may have been skinny, but we had curves. Identity Withheld said that the Hottentot woman, which is actually a disrespect because that's what she was in that. The Hottentot woman that I mentioned, Sarah Bartman, was her real name. She was like at what's those fairs back in the 18th, 19th century where they took her and she was like viewed as one of them, like where they have weird, like crippled people and stuff like that. So she was like um, I guess people observed her. But anyways, so he said that's what her name was. Then that Crawford chick says black women want to be slim thick. That shape is the most desirable. And then Identity Withheld says even early hip hop wasn't into big butts until they featured females from their hood. Back then, they used low budget models with no ass. Today's culture is just emulating the black woman. Then Identity Withheld also says J-Lo was thick as hell on In Living Color. That thickness wasn't part of modern culture back then. That Crawford chick says women get multiple procedures at once: BBLs, tummy tuck, breast implants all at once. They don't get the booty that she had, they got the body that she had. And then
Okay.
Identity. So,
Okay, so hold on, because I want to read something for my wife. All right, because me and her, sometimes we go back and forth with this. Okay, so she said, but body alteration didn't come out of nowhere from any race. Women give men what they want. Men look at the fat asses, big titties. If a woman don't have that, they don't have it. They get it. It's all about for they do it for attention, basically. So this is my thing with that, right? And first off, when it comes to attention, see that's a lot of females' problem. Y'all want this attention, right? But y'all get the bad attention. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how big your ass is or how much big your titties is. That's not gonna make you a fucking white. That don't mean you gonna be somebody fucking white. Niggas gonna fuck you for sure. Yeah, niggas gonna probably fuck you and brag about your other shit, but they not. It's not gonna give you a guarantee. It's not gonna give you a ring on your finger. So that's what a lot of women don't understand. They squat, and it's real funny when I hear women say they want attention from men, but they also will shit on men at the same time. So you doing all this shit for men, but at the same time you shitting on
That's
men. The term
boy bye.
Boy bye. So like, and honestly, y'all don't really need that shit to get attention from men. Y'all can get a man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I see the girls who don't have the best bodies, they get the rings. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of females to me, y'all think y'all get this attention because y'all want this and that, but it's like, okay, well, what's the end result? If you don't get you a ring, what's the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it for a man, because a lot of women would say, oh, well, I'm doing it for myself. But the reality is they really doing it for a man. And that's the reason why they do it for a man, because a lot of these fuck, I'm trying to stop saying nigga, but a lot of these niggas keep giving these women these attention and giving these women power and energy. And they tricking these women, think this is what they have to do.
well, I think you have a point to some degree, but I don't want to say. So let me just tell you about a woman's body. How about that? No, seriously. No. Let me just tell you. I mean, this is just true facts. My whole life. All right. I'll just tell you. I always been 5'5". Up until a certain age, the most I had ever weighed, and this was even after I had my son, was 130. Now I'm still 5'5". But I ain't no damn 125.
You ain't getting no taller, huh?
I ain't getting no taller. I'm one of the fortunate ones, right? After childbirth, your body changes, and sometimes it don't get snatched back. Thankfully, some women, and this is, I think, where cosmetic surgery started in the Black community for Black women. I would say that, your titties start sagging and hanging. Thankfully, Lord, thank God, that ain't my problem. But your waist is no longer like, small. Your thighs end up blowing up. And hard work and exercise just doesn't really probably, it's not the easiest thing to do if you don't have like somebody, either a workout buddy, personal trainer, and the mindset, because you're going along every day with your life, and you're, just working, taking care of your kids, and by the time you look up, you 50, 60 pounds heavier. Now, I'm not 50 or 60 pounds heavier, but I know my ass is 30 pounds heavier than that. And shit, I don't like my stomach. I ain't lying, and I don't know. It's a gym downstairs. I ain't been in it. I walk by it every day. But so I don't want to just say that every woman is out there trying to do something, but it does mentally, right, mess with you. Not necessarily if you have a man, a husband, or somebody that is not making you feel bad about those pounds or whatever, still loving you the same, etc., etc. A lot of times it can be mental, that a woman just sees like her body in a whole different light than what she really wants to view as a reflection in the mirror. And so, but now with these I call them like botched surgeries. I see it like in my city. I don't know about y'all city, but like literally I've seen in the last week about 5 or 6 different women with them butts. That's like, what is that? It's all lopsided or whatever. And I can't understand, like, now, like I explained, your body changes, you feel a different way, your confidence level is shattered or whatever might happen.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I can't see me taking that step to do that when I know I could not change what it is my lifestyle is like, and that would be to include exercise, to change my diet, to build the muscles where I want it to show. But I can understand a woman who says, I don't like my body and I want to do it quick.
Don't put it on. But this is the thing. Don't put it on the men.
It is on the men.
It is not on the men.
Some of it
That's
is.
my whole thing.
Some of it is. Some of it is.
Robert just touched on it. Most of the women that get wifed are not these goddamn so-called bad bitches.
Well, my point was, I was saying
with
that
J-Lo
some of the
asses.
No, but
the ones that are.
I was saying though.
No, but listen, because y'all, this is the thing. We as men don't look at each other as monoliths. Y'all do. That's the problem. Y'all would sit back and circle the wagon around each other. We don't. And then y'all would sit back and try to put that shit on us. My whole point is this. I understood everything that you said. Absolutely right. This is the thing. That ain't my motherfucking problem. And that ain't another man's problem. The men that actually be telling you that that's what they want, those the niggas you supposed to be ignoring.
Exactly.
No.
You supposed to ignore them. Because we the motherfuckers that'll tell you that's the motherfucker that you ignore.
But my point was, my point that I was making was that sometimes women are changing their bodies and it has nothing to do with the men.
And I'm okay with that. I'm with that because my wife just said sometimes women that have children in childbirth, they will consider surgery. I am with that. But I am not. I just don't like the fact that women will blame men because the reason why they want their body to be changed. That is bullshit. I'm sorry.
And that's
bullshit.
You
especially we live in a fucking era now where we have the black independent women, strong black women, strong women, period. Like, if y'all, and I'm about to say some shit. but if y'all, it's like it's really mind blowing that you can hear women say that shit, right? But they come back to us and blame us for the bullshit, and they come back to us saying like it's our fault.
So
if y'all don't give a fuck so bad, why do it even fucking matter what we think?
Now this is the thing.
I just don't get that shit.
So let me read this. with that Crawford chick. She said, without the ass and titties, would you even approach that woman? Like I said, in today's society, big titties and big ass don't come from women. Men and made, I think she meant to say men made the rule.
Yeah.
No, we did. Yes. Okay. Yes. I asked you.
Wait, but we're not a monolith.
But what?
This is the thing. We're not a monolith. It's men that like, this is the thing. I want to answer that.
I want to answer too.
Without the ass and the titties, would you approach that woman? Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, most men, let me tell you what most men like. They like small women. That's who they will deal with. Now, who they want to play with, something different.
Something different.
It's something different. You got that ass, you got them titties, guess what you are? You a play toy. I ain't trying to, they not taking your ass seriously. That's the difference. When you get attention from men, it's just attention. But when you get that attention where a man want to court you, he want to wife you, he want to take care of you, these things, that don't have shit to do with your ass and your titties.
That's a damn lie.
It's everything to do.
Shit. Y'all need to stop. Because first of all,
no, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Because I'm not going to.
Don't sound. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It all goes down to this. Yes, if I see a girl with a big ass, big titty, you damn right. We gonna look. Are you damn right? I'm gonna approach you. But if I'm gonna keep you around, it's not guaranteed.
It ain't happening.
That most of the time when men keep their women around, when we talk to them, have a conversation, see what they about, and we understand, like, man, this girl is really cool. Or I like the vibe with her. She give me a certain type of energy. Like she know how to take care of nigga. Shit like that. But the problem is, y'all think just because you got ass and titties, they think, oh yeah,
he gonna take you serious.
He's gonna take you serious. No, and that's fucking up women, especially in my generation. And this is why they bump into fucked up niggas. Cause you get these niggas, they see your body and they gonna fucking say anything to your face just to have you. And then once you get with the nigga, you have the nerve to tell him about he a fuck nigga. Well, you got tricked by this fuck nigga. Like, what the hell?
So there's more
Stop
comments.
being tricked by the fuck shit.
There's more comments. So let's go to the comments. She says, I agree. Childbirth will have you looking at surgeries you never considered before. But that don't stop men from looking at those women. That's why women think they need to change. And then Identity Withheld says, so we can make a woman get surgery to be more appealing, but we can't convince them that being submissive to their spouse is better for the family. We didn't ask for a bad bitch. Well, he didn't say bitch, but he spelled it out. But we got them. Why? Then that Crawford chick says, you didn't ask for a bad bitch, but that's what a woman would catch her man looking at. That's where all this comes from. She says, don't say small, say skinny. I feel like you mean skinny. There's a difference between the two. And then Identity Withheld says, looking at or laying with. We love to see a nice looking woman, but if he appreciates his woman, he will take a few peeks but hold his woman down. And then the Crawford chick, I think they might be in a little verbal battle here. She says it's not about would you keep them around, it's the fact that you're looking that will make your woman feel insecure and want to get that surgery.
But if that man is with you, that should really all that matters. Like, man, that's just how men I'm just sorry, man. That's just how men we fucking just horn dogs at times.
You're visual.
We're visual, we're gonna look. That's why I would say this, right? Let me say this. Let's use me and my wife for example, right? Now, without putting my wife business out there, my wife is very blessed. She got all that. What we talking about, and I love it. But that wasn't a reason why I wanted her to be my wife. What made me want her to be my wife, because once we started talking, have a conversation, the way she made me feel, the ways that how she cooked, what I'm saying, how she give me a certain amount of energy that made me feel good, that make me want to keep her around longer. Not what she was blessed with. Yeah, probably woman that got my attention to approach her, but that wasn't the reason why I want her around. And that's what I'm saying is a lot of women get that shit twisted, and then they want to blame it on us. Like that's not fair.
And she
You know what I'm
says,
saying?
your
That's
wife
not.
says, if that's the case, stop looking and women will chill the fuck out.
I don't
Telling men
believe
not to
that.
be
I don't
men.
believe they gonna chill out there.
They ain't gonna
And
chill the fuck out. Ain't
women
nobody
love
gonna. Hell
women
no.
love attention. You know what I'm saying?
Now
As
it's a
well as
way
men
how you
do.
look. Don't be obvious with it, my nigga. Like
Nah,
now you a nigga just obvious with this
no,
shit. Like
I'm
come
gonna give you
on,
the
like
prime
you
example.
gotta be respectful.
I'm gonna give y'all
Like,
remember the Martin episode when he went out with the producer and his wife and Gina came along and she came dressed
Oh
in that
yeah.
dress and he was
He's
like,
like,
damn.
damn.
He kept talking about his titties. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, I get it. You know, that kind of would make a woman want to change her look if your man is looking at somebody else like that. You might want that to be looked at like that. You know what I'm saying? Or other men to look at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they, attention seekers.
I
Some
have
women
no
are attention
problem
seekers.
with.
Not all. I'm not
Listen,
gonna say
I
all
have,
women are.
but I have. This is my whole thing. I have no problem with women doing the things they do. I have a problem with them lying about it, not being and keeping it 100.
Well, what they lying about?
They do it for attention. They don't give a fuck what type of attention that they do it. Let's keep it a buck. They ain't doing it for men no more. They doing it for other women. How about that? They doing it for other motherfucking women.
Shit.
They don't care what women don't care about what men want. They don't give a y'all don't give a goddamn about
Y'all
what we
think
want.
y'all know what women want. Y'all really
No,
do.
we don't.
Y'all,
Listen, we don't know what y'all. This is the thing. No, we don't know what y'all want. This is why a lot of niggas strike out. Oh, we talk about striking out all the time with one another. We never put ourselves on a pedestal. We clown the shit out of each other. Y'all don't.
you say
We
what?
do.
Say that again.
We clown each other. When you see a nigga, one of the things that men would do, if you ever hear us in the barbershop doing barbershop talk, we would clown the shit out of a nigga that's doing clown shit. Am I bullshitting, fellas? Am I saying anything wrong? Every one of us talked about one another when it came down to some shit, some choices. When you were young and you was talking to a dude, if a nigga see you with a bold ass looking chick, he like, I know what you trying to do, but her, come on, my nigga. Or if a dude is with a woman and she dogging the shit out of him all the time, you be like, nigga, you gotta stand the fuck up. This nigga,
you a simp.
We already do it. We don't circle the wagon around each other because we already understand that we are in competition with each other, and that's what it is. Women, y'all in competition with each other, but y'all act like y'all not.
We're actually
and give all that fake ass love to each other.
Well, I guess I'm like a different kind of woman because I'm not into
You are. You could be the anomaly. Absolutely. That's why I said
I really am not that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't to me make me any like I don't feel like I need to be like any like I want what another woman has, period, personally. But y'all have the thought process of women and beauty standards. Y'all always seem to connect it to attention seeking, and it's not necessarily attention seeking. It in the way that you're describing it.
This is the difference between women and men.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all, and it goes to what I just said. Y'all don't give a fuck about what we want. We do. We're the hunters. I would not ask the goddamn prey how to catch it. Guess what I'm gonna ask? Guess who I would ask how to catch it? The hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to figure y'all out. This is one thing that's 100% true. You got to hit the other ones first before you just going from one.
No, I'm not.
This is the thing that's 100% true. When it comes down to with men, with us, we are not as socially aware as y'all are. It takes years to get to that point. You guys are way more socially aware than we are. Thus the term finesse. This is how you can finesse us. If you 20-some years old and you letting a 20-some-year-old dude finesse you, you're lying. All cap. That nigga is not socially aware than you are. It's not gonna happen. It takes years for him to get to be socially aware like you are. It's way less than 1% of 20-year-olds that can actually figure out what women want, what it is about, how to get a woman, how to be attracted to a woman, all these different things. We got to figure that shit the fuck out. Y'all don't. This is the reason why I can sit back and say, nah, with confidence that y'all really don't give a fuck about what we want. It's a whole different thing.
Like what do you mean by that though? You said that about 5 times. So can you just like
what it is that we want? You ask. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. What do the average man want when it comes down to having a relationship with a woman? In that relationship, what is it that he's looking for?
Okay, we'll start with the most simplest of terms, and I would say companionship. And in that companionship, I think a man wants a woman to hear him. I think a man wants a woman to love him. I think a man wants a woman to share his world, to listen. I think a man wants a woman who he can, like Robert said, vibe with, a woman that makes him feel like a better man, that can, make him, so to speak, honest. And in that honesty, he can be vulnerable. I mean, those are the types of things. I mean, we can continue and go on. A man wants a woman to allow him the leadership role in the household, the relationship, and some decision making things. I think a man wants a woman who's gonna take care of the inside of the house while he takes care of the outside of the house. It's just if we go back into modern days, or modern society times, traditional times, it's a man wants his woman to take care of his children, to do all of those things that our grandparents.
It's way more simple than what you're talking about.
I'm sure it is, but you asked me those. So how simple is it?
So let me tell you.
Did I miss it?
You was just saying you hit some, but let me tell you, you missed a whole lot, because a lot of that shit, it entails what you were speaking on as a wife and a husband.
No,
I just said a woman in a relationship with a man.
No, I think I'm talking about a relationship, because I've never been married.
What a man really wants is for his woman to be just as beautiful as possible. Whatever it is, whatever that may be.
Yeah,
if he's attracted to you, he wants you to be able to maintain that. He wants you to be friendly, right? He don't want that. He don't want you to be so combative, because a lot of women get this mixed up. Being combative is challenging your man. No, he wants you to be challenging, but you can't be. You have to figure out how to challenge him. And arguing with him is not challenging him. So what he wants is peace. Yeah. The other thing that he wants is just to get along. That's it. It ain't all that other bullshit. If you can handle those basics, everything else will fall in place.
Yeah.
Well, I said all of them things. You
simplified. A lot of dudes will tell y'all. But this is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. And it's not, and I'm not even trying to say that like this is your fault or any other woman's fault. This actually is on the onus of men. Yeah. I'm gonna put the onus on men. We're not truthful.
Period. This is what it is.
From one generation to the next generation, men have not been truthful to women. That's why when men starting to try to be truthful with y'all, it's like a shock, or it's like, oh shit, we get pushback. But see, people like myself, I understand it. That's why I want to have the conversation. That's why I want to have the discourse, because motherfuckers been lying for years, from one generation to the next generation to women. We don't want a whole lot. We're very, very simple.
Well, can I tell y'all we got some stuff going on behind the scenes still. All right, so where did we leave off?
Oh hell yeah! All right.
Okay.
Let me ask something real quick, because James made a good point earlier, saying, "Hey, women don't give a fuck what men really want." But let me tell you something: men care what women want.
That's the only way we can get close to you. That's the only way we can have sex with you.
Number one thing we know, you better. Why do most men want to be successful? Why do men want money?
Press women
Because of women.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Because of women. So either they got a fucking trick on a woman that fake it till they make it, or they have to really bust their ass to get that, because they understand, like, hey, you ain't got to be the richest, but you got to be at least down there stable enough where you could give her a somewhat of a lifestyle or some type of experience. I would say, I'm not saying all women want that, because everybody don't want the same shit, but most men, when we do what we do, is because of a woman.
So it can't just be that a man wants to be successful.
For what?
Oh, I'm just asking.
If the women ain't involved, let me tell you something. We'll be good in a hut, but whatever it is that we dealing with, we'll get a bicycle, we'll get a fucked up truck. We won't have the things that we have. We do it because we want you guys to actually understand that we're capable of taking care of y'all. And the way that we do it is because we take care of ourselves. A lot of dudes have been lying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes have been lying like a motherfucker. A lot of these cats are lazy as shit. That's why when you see a dude that don't take care of himself, it's very hard for him to get a woman. And when he do get a woman, that's because that's the only thing that availed themselves to him. He got what he could get.
Okay, so
he got what he can get. He's limited to the type of woman that he can get. So if he's lazy, he's out here, he's not doing anything in life, you will see it in the type of women that he picks.
All right, so back to
and then and don't, like, I'm just saying that's how most men, when we get money, is always going. Our first thought is women, and then I would say, once I see, like, most men, when they have children or they get married or get in a serious relation, then they start thinking about what. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then they start thinking about their legacy. Okay, how can I pass shit down? How can my name live forever?
That actually, yeah, that actually, this is the thing, and we fuck up. This is where men be fucking up at. We start having unprotected sex with women that we don't really love. So we fuck up by doing that.
Really?
Because if we, no doubt. No doubt.
Now, last week, a couple of weeks ago, was something different. But let me get back to these comments, because the comments are really.
Yeah, go ahead. Which one you gonna start with? Wait, hold on, because
they jumping
they
on.
was going, weren't they?
Okay, so I'm going to Mrs. Crawford. She says, if that's the case, stop looking. Okay, that was the last comment, and women will chill the fuck out. That's where we left off. So she goes on and continues and says, if you stop looking at other women, she doesn't have a reason to be mad. She has no one to compare herself to when it comes to her man. I can care less about the next bitch. I care about the attention she has on my man in that moment. If a female has a hold on your man's attention, even if it's for a second, she's a threat. She got to tell, wait.
You gotta go.
She gotta go. She gotta go. Yeah. I tell my husband this all the time. And now Identity Withheld says, respectfully, any insecurity that a man or woman has is the responsibility of that man or that woman. I am not here to cater to a woman's insecurities. If she trusts me, I just need to be honest. All right. And she says, absolutely right. Don't cater to it. But if you started the insecurity, own up. Unless that man tells me what he wants, I don't know what that is. I'm not here to guess what you want. Tell me straight. This ain't Family Feud. Why am I guessing? And identity withheld. They having a good old conversation. A man cannot create an insecurity. If you date a no good man and you decide to stay, you've accepted his flaws, but it will come with some level of responsibility on your end.
And that becomes
She
your
said,
fault.
right.
The
She
woman's fault.
says, you can if looking at women who look completely different than I do in that moment. He says losing trust is controlled by the individual. And she asks, is that something that I'm supposed to accept? Women are supposed to accept men being looking creatures without thinking about what that does for a woman? Why do men get the benefit of doubt? Women busting their ass too. They're changing who they are, just like men. He says if you do understand the animal you are dealing with, you will proceed with caution if he has the propensity to bite. Men sniff all day. It's natural. It's not disrespectful unless he attempts to bed her. And
Yep.
she says, y'all getting money to get the woman y'all want. Women change their name, bodies, and who they are to get who they want.
Hold
Don't
on.
this shit even out? I
Nope,
feel
nope.
like it should.
Nope,
And then
nope. Let me
her
answer that.
last
Hold on.
comment. Let me read her last comment, and then she says,
Go back.
"Had I understood that animal, I wouldn't have gotten with him. Just like he wouldn't have gotten with her if he knew that she was a bad bitch. This shit goes both ways, in my opinion."
No, baby.
It definitely doesn't.
Let me
but
tell you
go
why.
ahead.
Let me tell you why. Y'all can get dick whenever you want. I don't give a fuck. You 300 pounds, skinny as fuck. You can get the dick whenever you want. But men, we don't get pom pom when we fucking want. A broke nigga ain't gonna just gonna walk up to a girl smiling and shit like, hey, I'm a handsome man. You know, you might wanna, you might wanna give me some. No, that shit don't work. That shit do not work at all. It's not either. Now you might get, like I said, you might get your body done to get the man that you're attracted to attention. But this whole thing, like, no, it's not even. Because y'all can get sex whenever you want. It doesn't matter. You could be the average looking girl, to whatever the fuck, a 2, 3, 4. You could get dick whenever you want. You could go to the club looking. You could go to a club looking regular as fuck, saying like, "Hey, who won the fuck?" You know, a lot of niggas gonna be like, "Shit, nigga, shit dry as hell out here, nigga. I might as well." But let me and James come in the club. Shout out Fresh and Fake. I'm taking they shit. Me and James go in the club. Me and James and Dame go in the club. Man, we fresh as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We got money, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? James got a Bentley. I got a BMW. Damon got a Lambo. And we go in the club, say, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get this dick. Man, you know what they gonna do? Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You gonna laugh at you.
I mean, what?
You gotta have that game, baby.
Or they gonna be like, okay, what you gonna do for me? So it's not different. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Women and men are definitely totally different beings when it comes down to it. And basically, this is the thing: we're nowhere near the same.
What do you mean?
Same.
What's not the same?
So this is the thing. Again, what Robert was just explaining. He was explaining that women have way more access to sex than men do. So it's kind of like being a person that's privileged.
Are you kidding me?
It's invisible to a person.
Hold on, excuse me, y'all. I
listen
gotta
to me now.
Okay.
You are privileged. Listen to what I'm saying. You will not be able to see it because you're privileged. Since you were a goddamn teenager, probably an adolescent, you have been offered dick.
Yeah. Y'all born with the
you
y'all
don't
born
know
with
what you don't know what we have to go through. This is the thing.
y'all born with value. We gotta work our shit. We gotta build our value.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, your value is your beauty. And you have this thing called a vagina. That shit has power in so many different ways. But you have access to men way more than men have access to women. In order for us to have access to y'all, we have to have some form of value. Whether we look good, we got money, we're tall. It's a lot of shit that we have to have. But we don't have what y'all have. We get the word no all the way. Most motherfuckers nowadays, your average version as a male, your average version is all the way from 21, from 18. I mean, shit. The average is all the way up until 25 years old. That's what I mean.
What's the average?
That's what it is. The average virgin male in America goes all the way up from teenage all the way up to 20 to 25.
Wait, what you mean? Physically? What? What are you talking about?
A virgin. You know what a virgin mean? A nigga that ain't getting no coochie.
Oh, you said a virgin male is 21 to 25. What did you?
No, it's just 25. The average is 25. It's about time they stop being a virgin.
There are more virgin males than it is
Women.
In this day and age.
The average woman, she's only a virgin till she's about 17, 16. Y'all have more access to it.
Well, in order
we
for
have
me
to
to
build
believe
ourselves.
that,
This is where that whole thing of game comes from. This is why niggas, when you got a dude that can finesse your ass, that nigga didn't get that shit by just appearing. That nigga had to study how to hunt your ass. He had to find out what the fuck to say to you. How to get you to like him. And not just you. Now, this is the craziest thing. We have to have an abundance mindset. Y'all are you like the deers. We the hunters. And we go out here and in order for us to close the door, let me go back to my teenage years. In my young, 20 years. In my 20s. In order for me to close the deal, one deal, I probably had to talk to at least 10 to 15 goddamn women. I had to get no, and then somebody would say maybe. I didn't close the deal yet. That's what it is with men. I had to figure out how to close the damn deal.
This is so warped.
And you know how most niggas close the deal? Hey, wait. You know how most niggas close the deal? They lie.
They lie. They lie like a motherfucker. 90% of the shit the nigga told your ass
This is a lie.
By the time you found out,
most
it's
sellers
too late.
lie. They negotiated that they lie. Most sellers lie.
You got the coochie, see you buy. That's why I was just telling you, niggas lie to y'all. They've been doing it for
But this is why I said to y'all earlier that y'all think y'all really have the like understanding of what goes through a woman's mind and the assumption.
We don't.
Hold on, wait. And you're assuming that we don't. And maybe I'm talking about the caliber of woman that I am, because
maybe
I think I told y'all before that like any dude that I was with, we still cool to this day. So I'm like the cool girlfriend chick that we didn't make it, but I'm
really
still,
this nigga still hanging with you?
Yeah, they will. Yep.
Is he gay?
Hell to the no.
Have you ever gave him some?
He just
of course. But we
if
still
you gave him
friends.
some, then, okay,
Yeah,
y'all
we
still friends. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something different.
Okay.
I feel
That's different. But what I'm saying is, as far as the average dude that you was just speaking of who lies to you, I'm saying y'all are making the assumption that, like I said, the quality or caliber of woman that I am, we don't know it's a fucking lie. It's telltale signs. Hold on. There are telltale signs oftentimes. Well, now that I'm mature and I can see it, there's telltale signs of what or who a person is after not even being in your company, but a conversation, a couple of conversations really lets you know. And then, you know what I love the most? I love social media and men who love to engage on their pages and express themselves. Social media has taught me so much about the type of man that I would never, ever, ever, ever want to be socializing with. And many of the opinions that I see that they make, not only do they not have respect for me, they don't have respect for themselves. And a lot of these dudes out here who try to, we was talking about social media with with black women and women, or women in general, but let's talk about the dudes and how they use social media. They are exposing themselves to be sometimes stand up. I love a stand up brother who knows how to present himself, even if it is just with social media. The algorithms don't lie. You can tell a person, or the science to it all of social media, and not non-personal communication, meaning just by texting or whatever. You could tell a person, and you I don't want to say get a feeling, but they lead you right into who they are, into their minds. And I've actually witnessed and noticed that some of the brothers that I don't want to be around, they have skewed views of who they are by what they say, generalizing black women, because to me, they disassociate themselves with their mothers or their grandmothers or etc. And I definitely know a lot of brothers that be out there, and y'all better start looking, because you have daughters, you have sisters, you have female relatives and friends. A lot of them expose themselves as fucking rapists. So I'm saying that to say that.
Say great next time, though.
Yeah, great.
Huh? Say that again.
Great.
I said say great.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
No.
I apologize for that. But I just say that, don't make these. Well, I don't know. I'm a different kind of person that I try to read into people and read into things.
But this is the thing, though, Sunshine.
Why y'all camera gone? I can't see y'all no more. What happened?
No, it was just you. I just put you on that was just you. I put you on there. But we back on here. Yeah, we good.
Oh, wait a minute. What happened?
No, but this is the thing, though. I get exactly what you're saying, but you got to also understand that you're at a level of life right now where you actually are like what they call the sensei. The things that you were doing when you were younger, you're definitely not going to go with it now. You're not going to fall with it now. And this is what we're saying. This is for younger women. See, this podcast is actually for younger folks. You dig what I'm saying? So when we're talking about in general, when we generalize this, and like what I was just saying about the virgin men, this is this generation of virgin men. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. So the men are virgins all the way until into their 20s. Women are virgins at 14. I mean, until they're 14. It's a different type of world now. It's a shift. So although I get what you're saying, the world has shifted where you have, for one, you have a change in you have this change in gender roles and gender, all these things that's going against us as human beings right now. And this is why we're talking about just this specific thing. It's a whole lot of other things. I'm glad that we didn't talk about that whole thing on the video, because I just and if you watched a lot of our podcasts, for anybody that's out there, we do this. We would take something that, everybody's talking about, whatever, but we would just make it to drive the conversation that we're trying to really get to. And the conversation that we're trying to get to is this conversation where, how do women and men get back together? It starts with how we, alleviate these things that's happening right now with these young girls. These girls are, compared to me and you, Sunshine, these are babies. Me, you, and Damon, they're babies. These are, they're younger than our kids. And this is the norm for their generation. We can speak from our generation, and it wasn't that good. I don't even think, because I know when I look at this again, I didn't even address a lot of the things that you brought up. And one of the things that you did bring up that I wanted to address was the influence on how things got to where they are now, the over-sexualization through entertainment, specifically rap music.
Specifically, okay, the over-sexualization of Black women's bodies. You have to
Yes.
be, and which goes back to my point of what I was making in terms of, all the surgical quote unquote enhancements that is done went crazy. But you got
You
a whole
remember
bunch of
Two Live
comments
Crew?
in the background too.
Yep, that's what I just pulled that one up. But do you remember? We're going to get to that in just a minute. But do you remember Two Live Crew? And do you remember how the when they had that on the album cover,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the women on there with all the big ass booties and stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
They showed a lot of these women, the ones that are still alive anyway, and they actually showed how they look now
We'll
in their 50s.
pull that up.
Let me see if I can even find it.
Pull that up. While I read the comments. While I read, if you can.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, all right, where we leave off at? Right here. Okay, so so now she says, I can get the D if I am what a man desires. All a man has to have is swag. A woman has to have looks. It evens out whether you agree with me or not. We both are going out of our way at the end of the day. And then Identity with Hell says men have to put that work in to get that bad B. Swagger goes a long way, but if he's trying to build that legacy, he'll be a little more focused. She says, y'all say a woman can get the D regardless. Are you out here picking a homeless woman with saggy titties, no ass, and smelling shitty? It's an even
Most
trade.
niggas would do it.
Hey, they desperate.
Most niggas would do it.
She
Smell
says
ain't never
we
hurt
have
nobody.
she says we have to you shut up to get your attention. If you're getting sex from me, I'm paying you some kind of attention. If it was a boy bye situation, how would you still get this pussy?
Right.
You need me to put that time into you for you to get the idea that you can get it. Legacy and swag are two different things. If you create legacy, you want a wife. If you just throwing swag around, you want to fuck. The only way you can close the deal, I'm going to finish her comments and then I'm done. The only way you can close the deal is if you close the deal. Be real. A dude can think they closed it and she can say no in a heartbeat. Then what?
Okay,
Women have the upper hand if you think about it. Identity with Hell says, when did the role of the supportive wife become taboo and less than a boss be? As men, we never wanted a woman to come in and take on a man's role of provider. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, go up a little bit. What did she talk about the deal? My wife. Right there. Only way you can close the deal. All right, let's say the only way you could close the deal if I let you close the deal. Well, let me put it like this: it takes the seller to bring a good deal for you to to tell yourself, well, this deal makes sense enough to close the deal. So regardless, if a nigga say what he want to say to you, say the things that say something to you that you like and you like it, hey, that man did his job at the end of the day. And if you say no, hey, you go to the next deal.
And you're talking strictly for we? Because I just want to be clear. We're only talking about the deal of getting the girl fucking. You're only talking about fucking.
Yeah. Talking about fucking.
That's the primary thing.
So
I have to
we don't give a fuck about your. We don't give a fuck about your personality.
I have to approach you a certain way for you to fucking give me the green light. So, I mean, regardless.
Yeah, but that's
that nigga could still be lying to you.
Hold on for a minute, Rob. We're gonna have to, Sunshine. We're gonna have to do this.
Okay, you can't find it. That's fine. I know, and it's getting.
Yeah, I gotta do some real shit.
But that. Yeah, but see, that's because men are overthinking. Sometimes
we ain't overthinking.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me finish.
Straight to the point.
Well, I guess now I'm like you called me seasoned. I'm seasoned now. Now it's no longer all that extra effort necessary in my life. It's not about all of that. Sometimes it could be just like it could be just that a woman wants it as much as you.
There you go. Yeah. But that's in a space that you're in right now, because you got shit figured out. You got way more shit figured out now than you did when you was in your 20s. That's just what it is.
But
and so that you've seen women that was your age, probably either give or take 3 to 5 years before or after your age, and you see that they life sucks right now. You've seen that. You've witnessed that shit. And it was because, and all of the shit is because of the decisions that we make. I've seen men like this. I've seen people dying and they didn't have anybody in the last 20 years of their damn life because of the decisions that they made earlier in life. So when you have that and you got the option still to be able to say, hey, look, this is what makes me maneuver in my life, be happy, be content, all these different things, you actually had it figured the fuck out. Most people ain't having it figured out no more because they get to be about 40, 50, 60 years old and they're disgruntled. They're just pissed off. They're pissed off at life. So when they get to talking to the younger folks, they be like, listen, it's all fuck a man because a nigga ain't shit. You just fuck a nigga. And when you get an old ass nigga that did the talking, man, let me tell you something about this bitch. He's still talking that same shit he was talking when he was 18 years old. The way you got to do it, man, you got to get these bras here and you got to do this. And you be like, but where's your bra at, nigga? We see it. You look goofy as hell being my age and older, and you out here talking stupid shit that don't do shit for your life. Let me tell you about these bitches, nigga. And they tell you some crazy ass shit. Well, a nigga is this. They talk this shit, and you like, wait a minute, you 40 years old, and you still talk. This is why the young folks end up doing these things. It's that, and then you on your own. Most of these young people are on their own when it comes down to how do you get along with the opposite sex. So now we got this shit with these motherfucking men starting to opt out. They got a thing called, what is it? Men going on their own. This kind of group that they got, they like, we ain't fucking with women no more. They giving up on women and all this crazy ass shit. Let me tell you something right now. I don't give a fuck how many goddamn divorces I get, how many girls that fuck me over. I'm never giving up on women. No. It's something that's within myself that I'm doing wrong by vetting, picking women, being able to break bread with women, all these different things. It's something within myself. It ain't her. You would never hear me sitting back and talking about these bitches ain't shit. MGTOW, thank you. Identity with help.
And you ain't gonna see a nigga say, we know.
I'm never gonna do that because it's a struggle. I've always been out here when it comes down to women trying to make it better for myself and for them.
And you ain't gonna hear a man talking about, I'm sick of these bitches. You know what? I'm gonna start fucking with these niggas. Let me get some. Let me start fucking with these niggas. I'd rather fuck with these niggas.
So wait. Oh, now you're making a reference to women.
Yeah, because a lot of girls are going gay because they can't stand niggas. Apparently,
yeah.
A lot of these girls, quote unquote, say they gay, but they ain't really gay.
And then they end up having a worse relationship with the damn woman than they had with the damn man.
Hell yeah.
Wait, let me see.
And the women start beating their ass.
I'm about to.
I'll call on your ass too.
Right. And then let me check this out. These girls will be with their girlfriend and still getting dick on the side. Talking about I was drunk.
Can y'all see that?
Motherfucker. Yes.
What y'all see?
See us.
I see us. I see Robert.
Oh, you do? Y'all don't see outside?
Oh no, we see outside. Oh, that's what you out on the streets. Yeah.
No, this is right.
In the studio.
No, y'all don't see. Y'all see outside with the
yeah,
that machine thing.
I can't see the people though.
No, you can't see the.
Hold on,
you can see the machine thing.
Let me see. Hold on. We go bring this up.
Well, let me open the damn window. Hold on. Let me see.
Hold on. I get no. I can open it up on your end. Let me see something.
Y'all see that?
Your hand is in the way. Oh yeah. I see the machine. Yep.
Oh, you see it?
Yep. Let me see. I could have put you on there. What is that? Oh yeah, I see that. I see it now. Oh damn.
What is?
Oh, you in your crib. I can't hear you. I think you went you paused yourself. I mean you muted yourself.
Oops. That was they out here. So in my building, they're getting ready. They building building that's gonna go across the highway. They're gonna block my little view and shit. I'm so mad.
Right. I thought you was in your car. You in your building. I like that because I seen you took videos and pictures of it. That's a pretty dope because you moved like 7 months ago?
Yep, I moved about last September. So yeah,
yeah.
And it's right in back of Fenway, but on the opposite on my side of the building, it's the highway. So they're getting ready to build this big ass building right outside of my building that's gonna go across the highway, and they're getting on my damn nerves because it's a 24-hour operation out there. I guess they're trying to get it done before the snow comes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're I think some of the opinions that women have about men, we have it all wrong. And I know for sure, based on like some of the views, your perspective is your reality and that's what you believe. But I will say this, some of the things that you all have even said tonight, I didn't want to debate with you about it, but you have it all wrong as far as like a woman's intent, a woman's thoughts, what your assumptions are as far as even just that blanketed statement. James, you said it about 10 times. Women don't give a fuck about what a man wants, what men want.
Well, how could you say that I was saying that was wrong?
Well, because that's my opinion, and I do believe. I'll say this.
You have to still give me a reason. It's your opinion.
I'm gonna give you the reason. My opinion is that, and I can only speak for me, and I know that there are a lot of like-minded women like myself who always consider what a man wants as far as if
You're
she's
the
in.
anomaly. You're the
Well,
anomaly.
we
I'm
may
not
be. I
speaking. I'm
might
speaking
be,
in
but wait,
generalities.
okay. I might be, but I'm just saying that in your general term, I want to speak on the opposite of it. The opposite, enlighten you on what you did not mention, and maybe you already know, but you have a listening
The reason
audience.
why I say I speak in generals, this is the thing. I have a woman. She does not fit in all these categories that I'm speaking on. That's the thing. She doesn't. However, she can tell you some stories back in the day that she probably did fit in those categories. It's not about, that's why I said, men have lied to y'all for so fucking long where it's foreign when you have men speaking the way we do. And it sounds like it can be a lie. Trust me when I tell you, it's not. I have younger cousins. They're between 3 and 16 years younger than me. I have been talking to them for a long goddamn time. When they wasn't listening to me, shit was fucked up. When they listened to me, shit got better. They go right back to not listening, shit got fucked up again. I'm not telling you something that's like just my opinion. I'm telling you something that you, for one, challenge it. No doubt. Look into it. You know what I'm saying? You can't say what I'm saying is it's a lie when I'm speaking on something where you can actually look these things up. I'm not just saying them just to be saying them. Sometimes they're based off of stats. A lot of times it's based off of what I've observed, what I experienced, and then this is a study type of thing. This is not something I'm just pulling out off the top of my head. And you would have women and men that would agree with what I'm saying. And I'm saying, and this is the thing, I don't speak in absolutes. You can always you can kill the whole argument by pulling out an anomaly. You can kill the whole argument.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. The things that I'm saying is that all you have to do is just look. And I told you, one of the things is because of, for one, social media and the work that we do in social media, other than just looking at entertaining shit, we have to actually look at shit and study it and challenge it. And you know, we got to pull these motherfucking things out. Identity withheld. That was one of the reasons why he's saying the things he's saying. We can go back and we can have me and him. We've had conversations with each other and we didn't agree totally on each other or nothing. But that would make our conversations better.
Yeah.
But we always can find a common ground.
Oh Lord!
I'm not saying what I'm saying is 100% true. I'm just saying that the motherfucking shit, statistic wise, right now holds truth.
I remember like when I was like 20, 21, a lot of dudes would tell me, Rob, you know what your problem? You know why you're not getting laid like you want to? Because, bro, you're telling the truth too much. You have to lie to these. You gotta lie, man. You can't just tell them the truth, bro. And I used to be like, no, man. I was raised by mostly women. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, I want to be honest, man. I want to change the narrative and shit. Boy, let me tell you, when I started taking their advice, shit just started going my way. And honestly, I'm gonna say something else. A lot of women don't appreciate the truth. They just don't. But that's like James said, you get dudes like us who's not trying to fuck none of these girls or nothing like that. We tell them the truth. A lot of shit we say we weren't supposed to be saying. We low key breaking some bro codes.
Yeah, a lot of niggas be like, nigga, y'all niggas out here giving up.
Oh, niggas tripping. That's why, and that's where you get the simp niggas come at. Like, nah, man, you gotta respect. Nah, man, you can't say that about our queens and all this other shit. And that's when them niggas start coming in.
Listen,
I didn't have some.
I had some queen, very. Don't ever trust him.
Never
if
trust
that nigga
him.
Call you a queen. You never ever trust him. That's a
I done had
finesse.
some conversations with dudes it could be very disturbing.
Well, that's what I
Very
meant when I
disturbing.
said that I love social media because it tells a lot about who a person is.
Yes.
It really does. And I also feel that as far as a group of people, Black men have formed like a social media bond with their opinions. Like, and I don't know who the ringleader is, but it's
Ain't no
somebody.
ringleader.
It's
Ain't
the
no
motherfucker.
ringleader.
It's a
Ain't no
ringleader.
ringleader.
It's a
Logic
ring.
is the ringleader. Logic is the ringleader. That's it.
It's a ringleader. Somebody
Yeah,
out
we got
there
a lot of, but we got
getting.
a lot of work within ourselves though, to actually, because when you hear men speak now, especially on social media, they always get sidetracked with bickering over, it's this bravado that men have. And so it's kind of like we all are in, it's kind of like starting all over again. We got to learn how to communicate with each other. And one of the biggest issues with men, specifically Black men, is that when we get on social media and things like that, and we get to talking, you have enough, you have, a lot of Black men that's speaking on there. It gets crazy. It gets crazy, and women get nervous on social media. They be like, "All right, guys, okay," and you see niggas be like, "Hold on," because that bravado comes out, and now we having this alpha beta uh, argument with each other. So we got a lot. We got a lot to deal with ourselves when it comes down to getting along with each other. Also, I mean, it's already evident that has to happen because nobody kills us as Black men more than we killed ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it comes from. When you see it on social media, it's a microcosm of what you would see in the streets. And it's way worse in the streets than it is on social media. And this is where gunshots get started. It's where somebody get jumped on and get beat, get their neck broken, things like that. Because when men get into altercations, somebody can lose their lives. The chances of somebody losing their lives is that's why we can't be in fights with each other and fly off the handle all the goddamn time. Mm-mm. When you see a dude that's flying off the handle so much and he want to fight and argue and all these different things, that's an effeminate man.
Yep.
The cooler we are, the more people will trust us. We can have, we can get mad and upset, but it's a different way that we talk. We talk firm. Mm-hmm. We talk straight. We talk assertive. These are the things that we're doing. And right now, we don't have that. We don't have that in our society now. We got a bunch of fucking men sitting back arguing like they goddamn chickens. Yep. That's why we have a problem right now, because we don't have men that's actually being men, that's actually being the gatekeepers of peace, the gatekeepers of provision, the gatekeepers of safety. We're supposed to be the gatekeepers. Right now, you got a bunch of males running around here. When they see males and or females starting altercations, fighting, all that, they don't even try to intervene and break it up. What they do is whip out their phone and they start videotaping it so they can get likes. That's what we have. That's why I wanted to have this conversation, because even though it seemed like we was going to be beating up on women, no, the onus is actually on men.
Yeah.
It is out of hand because we are not standing up as men. We have to understand one thing about being a man is that you may not live in conflict. You may not. That's why we say, I give my life. I'm willing to give my life for my family. That's what being a man is. A lot of these men aren't doing this anymore. They like, bitch, you get it like I get it. You get it out the mud just like I get it. Mm-hmm. That's why we have to keep telling you as women, it's different. We're different people. It is not the same for women as it is for men. If you want chivalry, you can't have equality. It don't go. They don't go together. Which one you want? Equality or chivalry? I just, that's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a person that wants to keep shaking up the goddamn and mixing up the bullshit. I'm going to stand on everything that I stand on. When it comes down to it, I believe men and women are men and women, period. I don't give a fuck what your sexual orientation is, but you ain't going to sit back and keep mixing up the world that I'm sharing with your ass as long as I'm living. I'm going to speak on it. And at some point, we have to be willing to die for it. And that's what a man is. We have to be willing to die for the women, but they have to be willing to be worthy of a man want to die for you. You can't be a boss bitch and try to have a man trying to protect you. That ain't how this go. Got to be protectable.
Yeah.
Which means that you got to be submissive.
Oh shit. Speaking some real
You want to be able to do what the fuck you want to do? Go ahead. Do what the fuck you want to do.
Ain't nobody stopping you.
If you want the protection, all right. You ain't gonna be able to get it from here. What simp ass nigga about to give you that protection? You always sitting there arguing with some other dude, knowing he can knock your goddamn snot box out. Ain't no man about to deal with that bullshit. Keep your ass out of the goddamn clubs. Well, I'm trying to do hot girl. It ain't nothing. You just insecure. Yes, I am. Stay your ass at home. I'm going out anyway. Whatever. Okay, you're not protectable. All right, that's how we get it. They're not being honest. Men are not being honest with you.
No.
That's why women are having problems with men today. Because from generation to generation, there has been men that has been lying to women. Thus, we don't want you to take on accountability. If we wanted you to take on accountability, life would be a whole lot harder for the majority of women. Men would be 100% ignoring them. I don't know if you guys ever knew this whole thing called white flight.
Oh.
But it was a thing that happened in the 70s.
Sick.
It was really big in Michigan.
It was really big here too.
This is what's about to happen to women.
Ooh.
This is what's about to happen to women.
What?
Men are going to get rid of protecting women. It's going to be men flight. It's going to be men flight. It's going to be the only privileged to be protected and provided for.
I've been saying that.
The rest of them, you on your own.
Yeah, I've been saying, niggas, hey man, look, no man shouldn't protect and risk his life for no woman that ain't his wife. Or girl, maybe. Your girl. But this whole thing, as men, we gotta.
I've always respected men that will call, and it seemed weird because legally the nigga and the woman ain't married. But if a woman looked at her man, even though they didn't legally get married, as a husband, and he looked at her as a wife, and they were common law, I don't care if it was a year, 2 years, 20 years. I would rather have seen that than to see baby mamas and baby daddies.
Facts.
How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd rather call a woman that I'm living with and I'm out here having a life with as my wife than a woman that I had a kid with as my baby mama.
Deep shit for your ass.
I got 2 kids. And the last thing that I would ever call a mama, no matter what it was that we went through in our past, I would never call her my baby mama.
Baby mama. Facts. The mother of
my kids' mother.
Yeah.
The mother of my children.
And that's what is missing, man. When it comes, see, the thing is not that. That's my thing. It's not the fact that we can't stay together. The fact is we don't respect each other.
Yeah,
we lost respect, and I said this last show, bro. Like when I was going my issues, my mom and dad. God damn it, at least least act like you like each other just for the kid sake, for that kid mental. Because all that shit you talking bad about the mom and the dude talking bad about the mother talking bad about the dad and the dad talking bad about the mother.
Mom. That's
It's
some bullshit.
confusion to the kid.
Yep.
The kid feel like that kid feel like he or she is obligated to pick a side. And most of the time, that kid's gonna probably pick the mother's side, especially young men.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they don't understand till they get older. Like, damn, man.
Well, you
Man,
just can't.
it wasn't like what I thought it was.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you kind of just, what you just said, Robert, brought me all the way back to the beginning of this actual show in terms of like the absence of the father, right? 'Cause
Yes.
you started out with the show started out with the video of the young girls and how they acted, outside in the streets. And we did at some point during the conversation talk about, that a man, what did you say, James? How did you say it? You said something about a man has to have order. He's there for the order. And I
You
don't
said it
know
right.
if he, yeah.
You said it right. Order, he has to put things in protection. I mean, in perspective. So yeah, you said it right. It has to be order. He's the gatekeeper of order, no doubt.
Right. And Robert was mentioning about how, in his own family situation, in terms of like communicating to like make sure the children are okay and the children don't have any hang-ups about, the relationship or choosing sides between the mother and the father. So when we think about it, it goes back to my point. These broken homes where children act out, or they like, we talked about jumping off the porch at a certain age, and then they don't really have any sense of value and how to conduct themselves in public. It leads to Robert's point. Well, it leads me to say, at the end of the day, all of these ills that are happening, if we're going to generalize, is the father's fault for not being in the household.
And that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole different conversation. Because it takes what you're saying is it's not it's not
it's not as simple as you think you said.
No, it's not as simple as I'm saying it.
It's not false. What she's saying is not false, but we have to be able to unpack it. And I'm gonna tell you, it's 2:00.
I know it's 2:00 in the morning, and we ain't gonna unpack it now. But I do want to say the reason that I said that was because it's counter to the argument that a lot of men make, that to the point where men say that all these people, these kids are being raised by single women. So I made my point as simple as that point.
Yeah. So let me tell you what we're gonna do, Sunshine. We're gonna have a show on that. We're gonna actually have a show on that, and I want to unpack it because, like we said, because I'm not gonna 100% just, it can. If I was in my feelings, I'd be like, what the fuck you talking about? But what you're saying has validity to it. So I would rather unpack it.
Okay.
But I want to do it in another show, and then we'll be able to talk about that in another show. That'd be dope to be able to talk about. But let's get these comments done so we can close it out. I'm not going to do this other video. The Rhode Island chick, it's not really that important.
Oh my God, that was just terrible.
It was terrible, and it is what it is. Rhode Island. How far are you from Rhode Island?
45 minutes.
Are you under? Are you? Oh no. So you're you in Boston. So y'all right there. Y'all north.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're north before, like Vermont.
Because you're Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a lot of people in New York say Massachusetts. Do y'all say Massachusetts too?
We say Massachusetts.
Y'all say Massachusetts, but I heard somebody in New York say Massachusetts. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And in Jersey. Jersey, they call it Massachusetts.
Yeah,
I
Massachusetts.
was like, yeah, I've never
Yeah.
heard anybody in Boston say, but that's pretty dope.
No.
But yeah, it was a hot mess. The lady noticed she was 100% wrong. I don't even want to we ain't even gonna break that little bullshit down. I think the conversation that we had is a great conversation, and it was I feel good about it anyway. But let's go ahead, and if you would do me the honors, Miss Sunshine, you can go ahead and
close out the comments. Okay, so we left off at okay, women have the upper hand if you think about it. When did that was the last one. Women wouldn't have to be a provider had you provided everything we needed, and just
where's
not
that at? Okay,
and just not bills. We have kids that need clothes. Your wife needs things. The household needs things other than regular shit. Me and our only providing bills in this day and time. Other than that, they want you to split half. Let's be honest. Men are only providing, or y'all gonna go without because he doesn't have it. So yes, in this day and age, women still have to step in and provide, even if she doesn't have it. And then I don't know what's MGTOW.
No, we were talking about men going their own way. And identity withheld. He had said it was MGTOW. So that's what that was. That's men that's actually it's like white flight. That's men flight.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he says maybe our women should make better choices and who gets to shoot up the club. Raise the price on the product men want and watch how fast the market responds. Being a promiscuous boss B devalues the woman in the market of marriage. I do believe telling the truth can hurt a man's numbers, but most women don't know how to handle a dude who's honest. I've scared 2 women off because they were taught all men lie. Y'all just said that. Damn. And then she says, I can't trust my own man. My name is literally my queen in his phone. And then she said, ain't that some shit?
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you earned
but
that.
No,
you
earned that.
Yeah,
you are. You're the fucking wife.
Yeah.
So that's, and I think I probably need to clarify that also. This is the thing. When a man sit back and he don't know you from a can of paint, and he's sitting there calling you my queen and stuff like that. Some dudes don't get it wrong. Like I said, there's nothing that's 100%, right? But when you have a lot of these dudes that's sitting back and giving these what they call it, you give these damn names of high standards,
just like we just talked about
like
last
queen
show.
And king.
But when it comes to black business, all this other shit, these labels will come kings and queens. Fuck all that.
It's to get. It's kind of like a part of hustling a person.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? It's mostly black. They only do that for black girls. You ain't gonna never hear a white woman, Indian woman, any other woman.
It's a joke if you hear a motherfucker sit back and say my white queen.
It's my white
my
queen.
Snow bunny.
This is my.
It's a joke.
This is my Indian queen. Like no. Like
she was making. But this is the thing. Your wife was making. She was making a joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all game.
It's all game.
Identity withheld.
And first off, I'm gonna say some shit. I'm just gonna probably gonna get y'all a little upset. You can't be a queen without a king. Period. Like.
No, that shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, but okay.
Like I said earlier, the word queen has been the energy in it has been taken away because everybody is a queen.
No, that's not the case. A queen is defined by her own presentation and standards. in this world to me. And
Hell
hold on,
no.
wait a minute,
You ain't got
wait.
no king, you ain't
Listen,
no queen.
listen. Really? Well, okay, that's your opinion, and that might be true, but we're using the word queen as defined by the way it's used today. In my mind,
Right, but that's what I was just saying. That way, how it's used today, it takes the energy away from it because
exactly, because
everybody, there's no currency in it.
right.
There's no currency.
Okay, so
So
we're
why would you
saying
want somebody to call you something that means nothing? I would rather call. Let me tell you what I like calling my girl, baby, babe,
Yeah, baby.
big head, love. She understands all of those words because that's love language.
of course.
I ain't got to call her queen and all that shit.
Nah, exactly. And I don't think it really holds too much value
Big head,
anyway.
hold on.
But at
Big
the
head
same,
holds more value than queen.
well,
Big
maybe
head.
that is good. That is true. Like you said, it's love language between you and your woman. But now I don't know if y'all. I mean, I'm obviously they do say that in Detroit because you made reference to it. My queen, this, my queen, that. Um, and I think a lot of times brothers use the word queen not as a love language, but out of respect for a woman. Now, if but I mean that only if he isn't trying to fuck. If he's trying to fuck, then that's a whole different thing. But you you run into people that you know, what's up, queen? I ain't seen you in a minute. That type of thing is a not a love language. It's a respect. Hey, sis, I ain't seen you in a minute. It's just swapping out words for a term of endearment.
I definitely
get that.
I definitely get that. That's
that.
what absolutely I can
watch
definitely
that
get
sister
that.
word too.
But I can also like one of my favorite rappers, not because she's like the dopest lyricist, but it's because she has a history and she's funny and I like her, and that's Roxanne Shante.
Oh,
and one of the things that I like when people call her the queen, because she's the queen of something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not, and there's nothing wrong. And this is the thing, you don't get it misconstrued. There's nothing wrong with a man. I almost said the word. I'm just been drinking a little bit. Exonerating his woman. So when he does that to his woman, there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But when you got these dudes out here, and we was just telling y'all earlier, you got to figure out right now, and we wouldn't be doing this if it was in the 90s, but you got to figure out what's the truth and what's fable and what's a fib and what's cap and what's a lie right now, because we are in a state of emergency when it comes down to the bullshit.
So can I ask you to define one of them words? Because I'm so like,
yes.
I hear it all the time. So is no cap, is that like no joke, no playing, stop all the,
no lie.
No lie. Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure what.
Now the craziest part is, and I know why, because I was doing the same way. I was the same way because there was always some new shit. I mean, it was always something when some new shit come up. There was always a real good reason why it was called that, right? It's no real good reason why this shit said no cap. Yeah. Somebody just starts saying no cap. It doesn't have a real meaning to it at all. Motherfuckers just agreed that it means no lie.
Sounds sweet.
It just sounds sweet. That was it. So this is where, and I was trying not to say it, but God damn it, it caught me. Yes, yeah. I'm guilty than a motherfucker right now. Yeah.
So
but, hey, it is what it is.
Identity.
I'm from that generation, and I don't get it. But hey, I just say it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just what it is.
It's like when girls say period with a T at the end.
It's a connotation.
Yes.
Oh, well, I can tell you what that means. That's the emphasis on I don't give a fuck, or that's that.
What y'all was talking? What you say? I missed it.
Period with a T.
What you were just saying? Oh, period.
Period with a T.
Shit, hell no.
That's
Hopefully,
Listen, I can't stand it, and it's fucked up because we've always that always was a saying.
there's always
Period.
a saying.
But we used to be like, man, da 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 da, and then we'd say period, and we meant period though.
Yeah.
We meant period. They saying period with a T and a D.
Yep.
period.
And I don't like it when wait, they ain't even saying shit. Somebody else talking, and this motherfucker come out of nowhere and be like, period.
Period. Period.
You just hear period just period all through the damn room. You like, oh, y'all killing me, man.
I think it's the way they say it. Period. Period.
But identity with Hill, he said, forget what is queen. We need to know what is a woman. Yeah, forget what is a queen. We need to know what is a woman. LOL. We'll unpack that later on today. Hell yeah, because right now we have motherfuckers right now trying to tell women that y'all don't even have a damn definition no more. We'll talk about it later though. We're going to talk about that shit later. Then he comes with, I'm under the weather. Next time I'll dial in. Absolutely, brother.
My brother.
We appreciate you coming, man, and being on the show, man, and participating with us, man. I really appreciate you, man. My typing fingers are hurt right now. Peace out to everyone on the panel. Peace out to you, brother. Absolutely.
Brother. Thank you, my brother.
But we have a lot of things that we have to be able to talk. And one of the things on What We Know podcast, what we're trying to do is at least give people some jewels on having great conversation with each other. And when people say that it's a sensitive subject, we got to take the sensitivity out of it. We should be able to talk about any and everything. We should be able to have discourse with each other. We should be able to argue with each other. And at the end of arguing with each other, we still should be able to show love for one another.
Love, for sure.
That's what we're trying to do. That's why we call it What We Know. We only trying to talk about things and learn. And now we know it. Some things we don't know. And that's why it's good to have people to come on the show. That's why we open up our panel so we can have people to give us other insight. We don't know everything at all. Shit, I ain't even close to it. I'm not even, you would never even call me, I would never call myself a novice. I wouldn't even call myself a novice on this shit. But I enjoyed this conversation. Sunshine, as usual, I always enjoy your conversation.
Well, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, damn near on the squad.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you already know we always gonna go. Matter of fact,
ain't no sunshine.
Oh wait, you know what? It's so funny that you just said that. That used to be like one of my opening songs. Or my closing on my show. I actually found
I know
a lot of my recordings. I might upload them or send them to you sometime.
Man, will you please get your doggone channel?
For sure. Yeah.
If you just upload that stuff and put it on there.
I
don't know why you ain't been doing. I don't know why you ain't doing.
Give you the sauce too. We'll give you.
Come on, man.
I might do that. I might.
You fuck with us, we'll fuck with you.
Yeah, but I think it's I think being on with y'all is bringing me back to a point of doing something that I actually had a passion for at one time. And so I'm gradually getting there. I'm gonna get there. But right now I'm real comfortable just having the ability and platform that you're providing and sharing our ideas, our thoughts, our opinions. And, hopefully, like I said, I just hope that your show continues to grow and, you're tweaking out all the things that you need to what you're going to end up doing. I'm sure you're going to reformat it at some point to kind of have like a system.
Yes. Absolutely.
And Identity with Tom said he went to bed, but he said something else.
Well, he just sat back and gave us a $9.99 super chat, man. We really appreciate that, brother.
Sure, bro.
Man, listen, this is what it's about, man. Supporting one another, man. You will forever we'll be forever be in your debt when it comes down to this, brother, because we see what you're doing.
We see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Trying
brother.
to build a community, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, like Sunshine, like I tell James all the time, like I just feel like I'm just now getting comfortable. I'm just now. I really been hard on myself this whole journey with this podcast, because like I had to tell myself it's one thing talking shit on the internet, but it's another thing being on that camera. And I feel like I'm just getting out of my shell to the point now. I'm so comfortable now. I'm about to start a sports podcast, just saying, by myself, where I feel like I'm ready just to a career show by myself. But at the same time, my sports podcast gonna come back around, benefit us at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
James doing his own. He's gonna have his own individual.
I'm about to
channel.
get back to the hip hop shit.
Everything we doing is gonna always go back to what we know, because this is our baby right here.
I totally hear that, but this is what I'm gonna say to you. Everything that you just mentioned, and I'm not saying that you should not do your sports podcast, but when I use the word reformat, I'll tell you like this. I think, well, I don't want to, I'll tell you off the air. I'll tell y'all off the air, but everything that y'all just mentioned can be embedded into this particular show in segments. And I would say, if you're trying to build your audience, this is what I know. I'm speaking of what I know. To build your audience, you give your listeners, your viewers, because you're not only just radio or podcasting, you're really vlogging or whatever they call it. Giving people some sports, a little bit of music, entertainment, talk, guests, whatever. You could do it with this show, and I guarantee you, your numbers will continue to grow.
No, I get what you're saying 100%, most definitely. But we'll talk off air on it. Okay. No doubt, no doubt. I get exactly what you're saying. Absolutely. So and we're definitely open to all kind of advice from shit. Like what Robert was saying, it's all a building thing right now. And what we're trying to do is at least keep it consistent. You know
let me tell you, to give you some more energy. This is what I used to do when I had my show. I never sat down, ever. I never sat down. Try it 1 week, Robert and James. Y'all try it 1 week, standing up, doing your show. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel a whole different energy. You're going to come to, and not to say that y'all don't have that energy, but stand up and do your show and see.
Yeah, I used to. This is the thing. I used to work in a radio station, a couple of radio stations over here, and they didn't have any chairs in the studios. They only had like a couple of studios where they had chairs at.
Right.
So everything was pretty much the desk was pretty much high, and that's what everybody did.
And you're a DJ, so you know the energy.
Yeah, I never sit down DJ.
Right.
I never sit down. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what you just said was 100, no doubt. We be listening.
I know.
We be listening, Sunshine. I know. You be dropping jewels on the nigga.
Yeah. Well, I be trying, but y'all also do too. And I can tell that the generational divide, because Robert's opinions are a lot different than,
we did it purposely.
No,
yes.
Yeah, I could.
We
did
that purposely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty dope. But yeah, we're about to go ahead, close out of this thing. I appreciate you, Sunshine.
Appreciate y'all.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All righty.
Okay. And we see you next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all.
All right. Now.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night. All right, y'all. We getting ready to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Identity. Oh, he also said, dig the conversation over here. Let me drop some little something in the collection plate.
Yes,
peace.
We need them coins.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We enjoy this, man, and I'm glad. Like, he's one of those dudes that will be in here with us. Information man. Shout out to my homeboy, Black Man Unfiltered. I had did a show with them, man, all the way until 4 o'clock in the damn morning, man. We was in there having a ball. I'm loving these dudes that we starting to network with.
Yeah.
Loving what me and Robert is doing right now. That sports channel is gonna be popping, man. He already got it started up already. So
and also, like I said earlier, the reason why it's gonna benefit us because now I'm able to set up equipment at my house.
Yeah.
So now it gives us the opportunity to do more shows during the week.
Yeah, because we still 9-to-5ers.
Yeah, we still 9-to-5ers, so it's kind of hard. So now we could do more shows during the week, but we might just do it at the comfort of our home.
Yep.
So that's the whole thing with that, is how it's going to benefit us regardless. And we're going to start doing more things like interviews, you know what I'm saying? Try to expand our channel.
And if you want to be on the show, all you gotta do is
yeah.
just email us. If you want us to be on your show, if you are a YouTuber, you are an influencer, and you want a panel to build your panel or whatever it is that you want, man, I'm willing. I get on here in these YouTube streets, man, and I randomly watch people's shows.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I do. We have to be able to network with one another and to make each other better. So I'm really digging that shit.
I was telling somebody earlier that was doing YouTube, and I told them, start treating YouTube like you would do Instagram and Facebook. A lot of times people don't look at YouTube as a social media platform. They just look at it as a platform where you post videos and that's it. No, YouTube is an excellent way to network, you know, and it's just by you just paying attention who's out there. Connecting with people who either they popular with YouTube or they just on the come up.
Yes, sir.
That's all about, man.
All right, man. We about to get up out of here. Go ahead, Robert. Tell them again, man, where they can find you at.
All right, yeah. Thankful_Robert. You can follow us also on Instagram, what we know _podcast. Go follow my sports page on Instagram, Sports Talk with Rob. The podcast coming soon, real soon, working on some things. Like I said, I'm trying to push before the season start, the NFL season start. So yeah, man.
And then you can follow me at DJ_JIGTYTE. That's DJ_Jig Tight. I was about to say J Tight. Somebody always call me that shit too. Or somebody call me Jigs. But nope, you can go on my IG and it's DJ_JIGTYTE. You can actually find me on Facebook because we go live on Facebook also. What's up, everybody that's still in there, hanging in there with us? I'm waving at y'all. I'm glad that y'all got a chance to look at our show and support us. You can also find my other channel on YouTube at DJ Jig Tight. And you can go there and subscribe to that also, man. That's connected to this one also. What you about to say?
We're gonna rewatch this interview, watch this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say what you know what I'm saying once.
I did though. I was saying it a couple of times.
I didn't say it,
my dude.
I didn't say you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna make them do it.
time.
I'm gonna start making them do it, and we're gonna have T-shirts to say it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up,
Y'all
brother.
See this shit? I've been writing. I write notes and shit now, so I make sure I know what the fuck I'm saying.
That's what's up. Hey man, we try to get better, dog. So again, we out of here, man, and thank everybody for going. If you have not done so, go on YouTube, subscribe, like our videos, share our videos, hit that damn bell. Hit the bell. That way you will know when we are coming on, and you would also know when we are uploading videos. But until then, peace out.
We out this motherfucker.